It's the problem is there's two things going on. One is the reaction to the death by the police officer, who, I don't know why they didn't arrest him right off the bat, but they waited 3 days. And so there was a lot of rioting in Minnesota. But then there are anarchist or chaotic forces that are taking advantage of it. And so you get a combination of protests during the day that kind of are more or less peaceful. And then when it gets into night, they turn into, it seems pretty evident that they're organized, anarchist kind of people that just want to create chaos and division. So it's serious. I mean, there's a Homeland Security officer that was killed in San Francisco, and a businessman who, I mean, like 170, well, these small businesses that are struggling to survive to begin with are now being burned or looted. And one I forgot, I think it was in Houston, I'm not sure what town it was, but he tried to defend his store with a sword, and they beat him and stoned him. He didn't die, but he's critically injured. So it'll be interesting to see. It was an incredible contrast yesterday with all that milieu going on, that here you had this organized space launch that came off without a hitch. It was a nice contrast to show what, a positive point of positivity. So that's my take on it. But Bob is doing his work, that's for sure.
Yeah, Baba is doing his work also. Baba's accident, it took place in two countries, India and America. And just Baba spread his blood in these two countries. And Baba said these two countries will suffer like anything. And we see that, the suffering, it started continuously. One after another,
Did you have anything that you recall about the idea that Baba said that the Third World War III would be fought economically? I'm not sure whether I read that or heard that. I don't know whether it was true. Have you ever heard that?
Could you hear that, Mehernath?
No, Baba just, he said that in future, I don't know about economically, but he said, people, they will have the property, immovable property, wealth, money, all luxurious life, everything, but just water and food will finish in the entire world. And people will just eat the leaves and that, like that Baba said that, food and water will finish in the entire world, and people will have everything, all the wealth, money, property, immoral property, cash, but no food and water.
Wow.
And in India, we are observing that, India is suffering due to food, no food. Many people, what they are walking on the road and that, even they don't have food to eat. Many they died in that, And water also now in Rajasthan, in other part of India, people just, they are going here and there to, ladies mostly, to collect the pitcher of water. And the situation is becoming worse and worse.
Wow. Is it a question of quality water or just water at all?
Water at all. Quality water, people, afterwards they think, first water is necessary. And then afterwards, if the plenty of water is there, then the quality of water is there. But here, water crisis, people just, they are going here and there to collect the water. Even drinking water also now it is becoming difficult.
I was amazed once to hear that, I think it was the World Health Organization, their number one way of purifying water in terms of biological impurities was to put it in a clear bottle and put it out in the sun. And after 2 hours, it will purify the water.
Wow.
Yeah, but now the world population is also now big population, you know. Even whatever people they will take the precautionary measure, it is not enough. I think so. It is not sufficient, you know, world, because everything is becoming worst and worst, you know. That's why even people, they are trying their best, everybody. That is good.
How concerned is India about the China situation on the border?
God is here in India. That's why even China wants to do something, you know, but I think so, you know, the problem will solve, you know, problem will solve.
Good.
Because God is here. In 1962 also, when China, they started the war with India, political leader, they came to Baba and they asked Baba what will happen, you know, now. China, the army is strong, everything is strong. Baba, at that time, Baba told, you know, I have taken the birth in India. India will protect you. India will protect. And same thing, even that time India lost the war, you know. But China just, you know, the army, they left, you know. They did not capture the land and that, you know. And even something happened, same thing will happen. You know. God is here.
That's good.
God is here. That's why since long God is protecting India. All perfect masters and that, you know, they have taken birth in India. That's why India is dependable upon the God and upon spirituality. Baba also said the India is the spiritual country. And spirituality is there, you know, that's why this is the God's earth, you know, India. Then God will take care of that. Yes, Jai Baba, Jai Baba, Jai Baba. That's why we don't have to worry about that. Whatever happens. But God is there, and finally God will protect.
Well, in America, you know, it's a little bit different, but the fact that in '56, when Baba, after his visit to Myrtle Beach, he went to DC, and on the day that he was there, President Eisenhower signed into law "In God We Trust" as the motto of America, and those Chase studio photos were taken. And I've always, it's a similar situation, but you know, it's tumultuous times, but it would seem that as long as we keep our focus on trusting in God, we will prevail. God will, whatever the circumstances, I guess. Like you say, it could get very difficult.
Baba said, you know, just I spread my blood in these two countries. And we see that, you know, just Jesus spread his blood in Jerusalem, in Israel. And since that till today also there is no peace. Makkah, Medina also, Muhammad, he spread his blood. Till today there is no peace. And that is true. When God, he spreads his blood in some places, you know, it becomes difficult, you know. Battlefield, all the time, battlefield, you know. And that is also, I think so, inner purification. And for that, you know, all these things are necessary maybe. People will change, people will turn. peace will come, tolerance will come, brotherhood will come after that, you know. Otherwise, you know, people, they hate each other, they fight with each other. But if some disaster comes, some problems come, big problems, you know, then that is also the change and turning point of the human being. And human being will change, human being will turn. Both parties, you
Did
know,
you?
even Americans also, Afro-Americans also, they will understand, you know, what is the truth, what is the reality. Unnecessary, we are
Yeah.
fighting with each other, you know, and that knowledge, you know, through God, they will get that knowledge, they will gain that knowledge. You know. That's
Bob
what,
Aarons,
yeah.
I was going to say Bob Aarons forwarded a article from the Sydney Baba Center newsletter by the Bostwicks about I guess they're at Meherabad, and they were talking about because the Samadhi, that Baba is in seclusion. And I was at this particular time, he's in seclusion. I mean, that's the way it is in Myrtle Beach. Nobody can go to the center. How does that's an interesting thought, you know, thinking of Baba is in seclusion at this time.
Yeah, Baba is in the outer world, you know, all the religious places are closed. That is true. It is isolated seclusion, but Baba's manifestation also started, because now he will awaken the heart of each one, and that awakening
Right.
also, you know, in a large scale now it will start. You know, that's why he is not in seclusion now. The inner journey will be changed. You know, people will understand more God, more peace will come, more brotherhood will come, more tolerance will come to the people, you know, and that is all God's quality, you know. People will adopt, people will think, yeah, that is the real truth. The qualities
Yeah.
of God is truth, you know, not our understanding. That's why he said understanding has no meaning. When we understand, we fight with each other. That is our understanding.
Yeah.
We make trouble, we make difficulties and more complicated, and then finally we don't know the solution. What is going to happen, you know, then we surrender to the God. People, they take the name of God, only that one solution is there. Then people, they understand, yeah, only God is the solution. And when all the people, you know, they will turn to the God, everything will be changed, you know. Otherwise there will be in individual mind, then all weaknesses are there in our mind, you know, within us, and then we fight with each other, argument and that, and then lot of gossip and dispute and fighting people, they do. Nobody knows why people, they are doing that, you know, but people, they do that, you know. And everywhere it is happening like that, you know. Even people also, when any prime minister of any country or president, they also don't know why they are doing that, you know, but everybody is doing that. And then at last, you know, they will get fed up of everything, and then most of the world, you know, directly they will turn to the God. There is no need to tell, you know, come to God, follow him. People will follow, and by heart they will follow, not through mind. Religious people, they are following, but they are following through mind, you know, business. They made the business of God, you know, all religions. And they are following God, but in business way, you know, religious places and prayer and pujas and worship, all these things, many things are there, and it became the big business.
Yeah.
Like business, they are losing everything in the temples, mosques, churches. Also, they say that, you know, now they're not getting the donation, because the aim and goal is donation, not God. Today also people say, man, the goal is the donation, collect the donation. What is there? You know, even money is there, development will take place, outer development. If money is not there, then inner development will take place. People will not run after money. People will not run after outer development, you know. That's why Baba wants that, just everything should get close and heart should open. And that is the manifestation. People, they don't listen. That's why God has to do something strict, and He's doing that.
Yeah.
He's doing that. And as a world is changeable, illusion is changeable, that's why the change will also come, Sometimes good, sometimes bad, then again good, then again bad. If good comes, we feel happy. Then bad, something happens bad, then we get upset, sadness comes. But all the time it happens, every moment it happens, Every moment it happens.
All this back and forth between good and bad or whatever, eventually you become more and more detached from it. It's just great.
Yeah. And that is the real work of Meher Baba is doing. Baba is doing his real work, whatever world think, but that is the God's created. We have not created this world, That's why God is taking the responsibility of everything.
Yeah.
He created this world, and when He created this world, we involved in that, and we are feeling that is our world, our family, our relatives, our religion, our country, and that is the attachment, It is creation of God, it is creation of God. God has created. God is protecting everything, and when God wants, He will destroy. But creation we accept, protection we accept, but destruction we don't accept. We get scared of destruction. No, we don't want all this destruction. But that is the God's work, God's quality. Creator, preserver, and destroyer. Now maybe the time came to destroy the world, and countless time it happens. Not today, but now today we are here in physically, we are present. That's why the scare is there. What will happen? What will happen? But in past also, countless time it happened. Countless time. We think that like that, then we feel that this is the God's creation, protection, and now destruction started. Why to scare that,
But they go on together. When one thing gets destroyed, something gets created out of it.
Pardon, what you said?
I was saying the destruction and creation go together. So when something's destroyed, something is created too.
Now the creation is there. Now inner journey, inner structure is creating. That is the manifestation. Baba will enter into the heart of people even we die. Hafiz said, I never get scared to die, because whenever I die, I got the progress, and that is the inner progress we get, then why to worry about that, Even people, they die, but we are with Baba. Baba is protecting us, that protection will get everybody. The worldly people, they will not get that, because according to their sanskaras, impressions, their life, is like that. But our sanskaras, it is through Meher Baba. Through Meher Baba. That's why manifestation, it will take inner journey, inner structure now Baba will build. That's why when we die, we'll come close to Baba, more close to Baba. Again, we'll take the birth, again we'll come close to Baba. That's why we don't have to worry about anything, Outer people, they have to worry, because wherever they will take the birth, according to their sanskaras and difficulties for them. That's why more and more people, God is in physical form, He is here. People can come close to the God. Only that is the solution, that is the remedy for everything, Then we don't feel the scare, our sadness, our fed upness, when each time you see, when we remember Baba, we involve with Meher Baba, we don't fear of anything, But when we involved with these worldly people fighting, this thing is happening in America, in India, in other part of the world, then we get scared of that. when we see television, we see the news, then we start worrying all the time, yes, now what will happen? This will happen. When we discuss with the illusory world, illusory people, with each other, then about all these things, then we get scared. But when we discuss about Baba, we forget everything, what is
Yeah.
happening into the world. And that is the remedy. Meher Baba is the remedy. That's why all the time he said, remember me, take my name, read my books, and focus to Meher Baba, and just, concentrate to him, and all the time, think about Meher Baba, think about God, easy way. And I think so that is the medicine, we got the medicine, coronavirus, we have medicine with us. We don't have to worry about anything, And if people, they come close to the Meher Baba, then that is the medicine, that is only remedy, That is only remedy. Meher Baba is the remedy. Yeah.
Only remedy. It's such a blessing to know that.
Yeah. The blessing is there with us, And whenever we take Baba's name, we sit together, we talk about Baba, we discuss with Baba about Baba. That is the satsang. That is the satsang of GodMan. And when we do that, we feel happiness, real happiness we feel. And then we forget the entire world. All the time we forget the entire world, That's why Baba said, remember more and more, remember to me. And we can remember Baba, Baba's books are there, we understand it, we don't understand, but try to read everything,
Yeah.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Jai
For
Baba,
you.
Jai Baba, Jai Baba, Jai Baba.
Jai Baba
Fariste, Jai
Fariste.
Baba. Anna is there. Jai Baba Anna. Jai Baba Merlin.
Jai Baba
Jai Baba, Jai Baba Fariste, Jai Baba.
Jay is there.
Jai is there, na? Jai Baba Jai.
And Marilyn.
Marilyn is there, yeah. Anna,
Jai
Marilyn.
Here's Jeffrey, our Jeffrey that comes here. He's in Meherabad.
Yeah. Jeffrey is in Meherabad.
He's in Meherabad, yeah.
Now, just chairman, he has written the email to everybody, from 8th of June. India government, they said, religious places, it will get open from the 8th of June. And Baba Samadhi also now, trust is opening from the 8th of June from morning 7 to night 8 o'clock. And
Wow.
just he said, if anybody's suggestion, advice is there, people can write to the trust, and trust will consider that, But now time being from 8th of June, from morning 7 to night 8, Samadhi will remain open, but not inside. From outside, people can come and take the darshan.
That makes sense.
Not enter inside the tomb or touch the Baba's Samadhi or marble. Trust will not permit, but just people can come, stand there, take darshan from outside and go. It is not decided, to perform the arti or prayer, but just now trust ask the advice and suggestion of the people. You can suggest, some modification, some changes. If anybody wants to do that, they can suggest,
Email.
Yeah, in email. Through email to chairman, and that will be better, Now all the religious places are opening in India. Our place, few people they come, maybe have 50, 100, but other places like Sirdi, like other places, every day 50,000 people they come, And how the government will manage, how the trustees of the different trust they will manage, we don't know. Because thousands and thousands people, and people, when they get scared of everything outer world, then they feel, it is better to just go to the religious places and pray to the God. That's why more and more people will come everywhere, all over India, more people will come. And the population is very big. Government should think over it. Otherwise, if it spread in future, like America, it will become difficult for Indian government to control that, But this is the demand of state, each state, demand of people, and that's why government wanted to open everything. But difficult, we don't know what will happen.
Mehernath, are people leaving the cities to return to their ancestral homes, so to speak?
Government, since 8 to 10 days, they started the special train, special buses for the people, But just, the big majority in Bombay, Poona, Delhi metropolitan city, it will take long time, people to return back to their native place. After that, when they will return to their native place, then just quarantine for the 14, 15 days. That is also risky. When they will stay at their native place, no job, no work, no labor work, and how they will survive, It is big questions, And many, because they suffered a lot, and after even the lockdown is over, people, they don't want to go to the metropolitan cities, because they suffered a lot. And now they get scared to go back and do the job in factory and company. They said, just we'll do the work in our state, in our native place. Even we get the less salary, less money, but many, they said, we don't want to go and become more difficult in the metropolitan city. And that is true. Since long, people, they are staying in the big metropolitan city. In just, they hired the one room, and 15 people, 20 people, just they adjust in that room, because the rent is also really very high, and it is difficult for people. But I think so now, people, they become awareness, and they don't want to now shift into the big cities. And government will also suffer, factories, companies also, because they will not get the employees now, skilled or unskilled employees also, because people, they suffered a lot in this, lockdown.
Yeah.
That's why everything will change, And if people, they don't come, skilled worker, unskilled worker, it will become difficult for government also, builder also, construction work also, road work also, because mostly our is the people, they do the work, machinery is there, but it is not that much, Mostly the labor work people, they do, construction, road work, even they construct the big dams and that, mostly the employees, they do the work, manpower is there, big manpower. And how government will manage that, nobody knows. Nobody knows. And now people just, they entered in the state, different state, then their native place, villages, then if the virus, it spreads in the village, it will become difficult for government, uncontrollable. And it is happening in UP, in Rajasthan. Many workers, they came from Delhi, they returned to their native place, from Bombay, from Poona, from all metropolitan cities. Now people, they are returning, and future is really difficult, dark for the people. And that is big question mark in India. Now Baba will take care. Baba is there. And from tomorrow, just the local trains, transportation, buses will start from tomorrow. Tomorrow is the first. Everything will be open, only in red zone, buffer zone, containment zone. They said they will do the lockdown. But most of the India now, from tomorrow, they will open.
Are you still, is Ahmednagar still a red zone?
Ahmednagar, yesterday, they said 2 people, they died. and 13 people infected yesterday. They found the 13 infected patients, and some part is in red zone, but most of the Ahmednagar now it is open. People, they are traveling, they are walking here, their shops are open, vegetable markets are open, and people, they are going there, they are purchasing everything, and it is really very difficult. People are not following the discipline of the distance and the isolation. That is the difficulty. Many people, they don't wear the mask also here, and people have a lot of ego, anger. If anybody says, you can use the mask, they get upset. Then the fighting starts. That's why mostly people, they don't want to disturb each other. Whatever happening,
Yeah.
people, they don't listen. And some people, they listen, but most of the people are difficult. To tell them also, you can use the mask, and they say that is not your duty. Why you are saying, and who are you to say me just
Yeah.
use the mask, like that? And then quarrel starts, then fighting starts. That's why most people in India, they get scared to say each other anything. Whatever happens.
Yeah.
That's why spirituality is most important for everybody. Only then the people, they calm down, the peace comes, the tolerance comes. Only that is the good quality. To worship and pujas and prayer and namaz, people never get change. But when we follow
Yeah.
in action the God's, rule and regulation, the changes comes. Otherwise, all these the rituals, Orthodox people since thousands years they are doing, but nobody get change. Nobody get change. But if you follow God's rule, what Baba said, lot of changes comes, and people, they become different. 100% people, they become different, and Baba wants that, we should follow Baba's rule. Yeah. Yes, Pariste.
Mehernath, always good to see you here. I wanted to report that the Circle of Friends is just thriving with all kinds of programs here in broadcast. It's our platform from Myrtle Beach, but worldwide. We have now weekly Bhajans from India, all different families come. It's been so great that way. And there's a core community of us coming together for morning and nighttime arti. And I feel like Baba is, that it's a nucleus of all these Baba lovers coming even together more so and connecting more deeply and beautifully in Baba's remembrance. So that's been exciting to behold. And, I think it's wonderful that the Samadhi is opening. It's a good sign. And I think this trust is really wonderful that they are restricting the entrance for obvious reasons. And so we'll just keep everyone in our hearts, and we know Baba's got the whole world in his hands, and the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, everything is under the spiritual hierarchy's surveillance, and there's nothing to worry about. Baba said so.
That is true.
We are exactly where we need to be, and I personally feel exponentially blessed to be here in Myrtle Beach. It seems Myrtle Beach is almost a different zone. We don't feel any of the stuff you guys are talking about in the different cities, the restrictions, the riots now, whether they're orchestrated or God knows what. It's like a little protected zone, it seems. Baba has given that to this area. And it's a very happy zone. It's beautiful. People are on the beach, the stores, people wear masks because they're in public in this closed space. But for the most part, restaurants have slowly opened, and it feels good. It feels like the best place to be, really, for me and my family. So I'm very grateful.
Oh, that is really good. That is really good. And when we come closer and closer to Baba, towards Meher Baba, everything get changed, And it is also the most important, to spread the Baba's message to the people, People, they will never take the hashtag things, and just to burn the houses and fight with each other, people, they will keep tolerance, they will change, but the power is there in Baba's message, power is there in Baba's speech, power is there in Baba's prayer and arti. And most of Baba lovers, now it is our duty, to uh, tell people, talk with the outsiders also. We should not make the division Baba lover and non-Baba lover. All, they are the follower of Meher Baba. The whole world is the follower of Meher Baba. But our Baba lovers also, we make the division, Baba lover, non-Baba lover. And most of the time, we talk with our people. We don't talk with unknown people, outsiders, But we can spread Baba's message to them. We can talk with them, because Baba lovers, they know Meher Baba. But outsiders, they don't know Meher Baba. They don't know, how to love God, And if we spread that, with the others also, they will get that opportunity. They will come close to Baba. We are performing Baba's program, but mostly big majority only who knows Meher Baba and who are follower of Meher Baba, only they come, Outsider people, maybe sometimes one or two people they come, but big majority, same people they come, same people they perform the program. We should give the opportunity to outsiders also. Outsiders, they can come, they can raise the questions, they can ask to us, and the change will come. People will
Yes.
change, people will become different, but we should give chance to the people, because today is the need of that, world come close to the Baba, world should come. We should not criticize, we should not say good or bad, but what is the truth, Baba's words, Baba's language, what is that, we can spread that, and people will feel something, the feeling will
Yes.
change of the world. Otherwise, what is happening, it is not their fault. They are innocent people, nobody knows, what to do, and then people, they fight, because they are involved with each other. And human being, mostly they are in illusion, and when their advice people they take, then people fight with each other. But if we take the messages of God man, big change will come, big change will come, And I think so Baba wants that, our Baba followers, we can spread Baba's name, talk with people, explain them about Baba, whatever is happens, people will change, people will change.
We are talking about starting a new program on Zoom
Yeah,
platform for newcomers, people who are maybe have heard Baba's name, and then they
yeah,
can come. It's a newcomers introductory type thing. We'll see. We're working on that.
yeah. And new people, they will come, many, one guy, just he calls me from the Pune. He's I think so owner of some factory in Sirur. And just he said now that just he came here, I talked with him about Baba and that. And now he likes to come to Meherabad also. And he said, just as Baba said, 3 to 5, I just get up in the morning, early in the morning, and I take Baba's name. And 3 to 5, when I started that, just I feel very happy in that. And every night he's doing that, he's newcomer, he doesn't know much about Baba, but that the experience now he's getting. And he said, just I feel, previously I used to scared, but now I'm very, very happy. And exact, I get up 3 o'clock, and then I start the prayer and Baba's name up to 5, 2 hours I do that, and just no scare, nothing, and that is the truth, that is the truth.
Perhaps in the Eastern Hemisphere, people are a little bit more receptive to embrace something new. Here, it seems, there's I don't know, but religions definitely are going to be very difficult to tell a Christian that your Christ is back. You know,
Yeah.
shock for them, and but you know, it has to be they have to be ready for it. It seems. I don't know. I
No,
don't know.
people will come, the change will come. What I said, in Vidarbha. Vidarbha means Nagpur side, Baba twice he visited in that area, 1944 also, 1952 also, twice Baba visited. When Baba visited, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 people, they came for Baba's darshan. But not a single person was Baba lover. Very few, four, five people, one family, two family, they came in Baba's contact. And they arranged the program in Nagpur, Sauner, then Amravati, Wardha, the many places people, they became aware of God. They did not know Meher Baba is God, but just, in India, the system is there. If any saint comes, people, they like to go and they like to bow down. Any religion, the saint belongs to Muslim or Hindu or Christian, but people, they have that habit to go, mostly the majority community, they go and they bow down. And when Baba visited there, thousands and thousands people, they came, they bowed down to Baba. And when Baba up to 69, Baba was in physical form. Few families used to come from Nagpur, from Wardha, Amravati, 2, 3, 4, 5 families only. And Baba dropped his body. And after that, now today 650 Baba centers are there. 650, how it happened, And each village, Baba's name is spread. And they are spreading Baba's name in village to village together, And many villages, people, they are constructing Baba centers and Baba programs weekly. And many people now, they come to Meherabad also from there. Mostly they don't know anything about Baba. But what Baba did work in 1944 and 52, now people are coming. People, they started coming in that whole area. Something 10 districts are there, and in that 10 district and in villages also now Baba centers, they are opening and becoming more and more Baba lovers. Wardha's population is 1 lakh. Baba's time only one family was there, Palsapure, and his family, they were Baba lover. He opened the center, and Baba's time he used to come here also, and he was the photographer, and photo studio was there. But whenever people used to come, customers, for the photo purpose, photo session, first half an hour he used to talk about Baba. He used to tell them about Baba, and then afterwards, he used to do the business with them. And after that, on the bicycle, he used to go to the city and he used to tell about the God, about the pamphlet. He used to distribute pamphlet. And then what happened, after Baba dropped his body in Wardha, about 10% people, they become Baba lovers. 10,000 people out of 1 lakh. And that is the place of Mahatma Gandhi, place of the freedom fighter, Vinoba Bhave. Mahatma Gandhi's ashram is also there, in Wardha. And today about 10% Baba lovers are there in Wardha. And then Amravati, then Nagpur, then Sauner, because Baba visited on all these places, and Baba did his work. And now people, they are coming. Same thing will happen now in other part of the world, wherever Baba visited. Baba did his work, and people, they are coming. But we have to do that. We have to talk with people. We have to tell the people, become the real center of Meher Baba, And heart is the center of Meher Baba. Then whenever we get the chance, we can discuss about Baba with unknown person also. America, the life is different. People, they don't talk with each other when they travel into the train or plane or bus, or maybe in mall. But just Indian people, they have a habit, they talk with each other. Even unknown person also in the train, when they travel together, and people, they inquire, they ask, and our Baba lovers mostly, They do that. They keep the Baba card, Baba's photo, Baba's small booklet, and just they talk about Baba and they distribute that. In India, people they are doing like that. In America also, we should not become unknown each other. We are human being, and when we know the God has come, then we should fulfill our duty. Talk about Baba, first ask, inquire, and then step by step, make the friendship, and then discuss. But mostly people they don't like to discuss that. They like the laptop and the mobile, and they involve with that only. And that's why most of the times we can keep also God with us. Become free to talk with people. People will come close to Baba. Many, even we talk with 100 people, even one person comes close to Baba. That is really the big work, big work. And like that, outer world, inner world will change. And that's why Baba said we are the real center of God. Because our heart, God is there. And we can bring take God with us all the time in train, in plane, in a mall, anywhere. We can do that. Don't involve with the worldly life, worldly people, but most of the time, we involve with the worldly life, and we become one with the mall, we become one with the market, we become one with the outer world, and then it becomes difficult. But if Baba is with us, we carry Baba, and Baba is alive within us, and we feel that yes, we can talk to this guy, talk to that guy about God. Many times, when I visited to Australia and other places, I used to do that, with the Vaishnavas. Many they said, no, we don't want to hear, we don't want anything. But many, they heard that, I just give the Baba booklet and that, and they felt very happy. They felt very happy.
Reminds me of my Baba link in Arizona. His name was Stephen Shev, and
Yeah.
we would go to the market for grocery, and he would talk to the cashier and the lady shopping the shelves, and he told everyone about Baba. He didn't care. He just told.
Yeah.
It was such a beautiful soul.
Children's both they were with me. They used to get upset. They said, "You are madman," doing such type of the thing. But we should not care about that, because what is our responsibility, our duty, we created only for Baba, and we have taken the physical form only for Baba, not for this world, and we are not fit in this world. But when we talk about Baba, then that is the total fitness, that is our gym. Where Baba is our exercise, and we can do that exercise all the time. Wherever we get the chance, we can talk about God. We can talk about God.
Maybe if we are
yeah.
in that way, Baba provides the opportunity, and if, like you say, if we are in our heart, he will bring the souls to us that want to hear his name. But we have
to. That is true. That is true. And when we spread Baba's name, then Baba does his work. Baba, he starts doing his work. When the name goes there in his ear or her ear, then Baba, he starts his project, and then people, they come close to the Baba. But whatever is there, we should do. Bhauji was there in Satara. And when Bhauji was in Satara, Bhauji used to go to the post office and that, to collect the letters and that, because Baba gave him that charge also. And there was near Baba's Grafton, there was one college hostel. And all the boys, they used to sit outside. And they got the idea about Meher Baba. His ashram is there in Satara. And Bhau Kalchuri, this guy, he comes from that Grafton bungalow every day. And just he's the follower of this saint. And then they used to when Bhauji used to walk on the road, they used to say something to the Bhauji. They used to tease to the Bhauji. And the Bhauji did not say anything. Every day they started that. More and more students, they used to sit outside, and then they started teasing to the Bhauji is following this saint, bogus saint, and this and that. So many things they used to say. Then Bhauji thought, in his mind, if Bhauji should give them some booklet of Meher Baba, maybe they will read and they will change. Then Bhauji he gave some photo. Bhauji went to them, and Bhauji sat with them, and then Bhauji started talking about Baba, and just very seriously they listened everything. And then Bhauji said, if you want booklet, I will give you. And they agreed, and Bhauji gave the booklet. They took everything, and then next day again they started teasing Bhauji like anything, and then Bhauji just got fed up, of that boys, Once Bhauji also entered in their hostel also, and Bhauji also talked about Baba 1 hour to 1.5 hours, and then afterwards, they felt very happy and that. And third day, then again they started teasing Bhauji, and Bhauji got very upset, sad. Why these boys, they are doing such type of the thing with me? And when Bhauji was in this mood, upset, Baba asked Bhauji. Bhauji was with Baba. Why your face is like that? Why you are upset? And then Bhauji told that. And Baba said, what you are doing, just when the fertile land is there, and you put the seeds in that, in fertile land, the crops will come. But what you are doing, the stone is there, and on the stone you are putting the seeds, and every day you are pouring the water on that stone, the crops will never come, the plantation will never come. That's why remember that also, when the land is fertile land, then you can do the work. And like that, we can also talk about Baba. If the land is fertile, then they will come close. If the stone is there, then they will not listen. They will tease. Then we should understand, yes, they don't need God, they don't want God. But our work we can do. All the time, no good to put the seeds on the stone. If we find good land, fertile land, yes, we can both the seeds, and the crops will come. Crops will come. That's why remember, we should remember that, Dr. Harry Kenmore was there. He used to come to Baba after 1956. Baba's accident took place, and to take care of Baba's legs and that, he used to come in 1958, and just he used to take care of Baba's health and that. And every day he was taking care of Baba, and no relief to Baba. Then one day he got very upset and very sad, and at night time, whole night he could not able to sleep. And in the morning he came to Baba, and Baba said, what happened to you? Your face is just, very tired. He said, yes, Baba, I could not sleep whole night. Baba said, why you could not sleep whole night? He said, Namdev. Namdev was the perfect master, Sadguru. He was the Sadguru, and once when he was small, his mother, she gave him the food in plate, and he took that plate before the statue of Vittal, means statue of Krishna, and he said to Krishna, if you eat this food, then only I will eat, otherwise I will not eat the food. And the statue, started eating the food, and the stone the statue, and that was really the big experience. And Harry Kenmore said, because Namdev had the love for Krishna, that's why even the statue also, he started talking with Namdev, and he consumed the food what Namdev gave to Krishna, what he offered the prasad, he ate. And here every day I come from USA to give you relief But since long I am helping you, I am treating you, but you don't get any relief, and because I don't have the love for you. That's why it is happening. But Namdev had the love. That's why even stone statue also, it started talking, and it consumed the food. And Baba said, I am here in physical form, and my will is there, and you are working according to my will. Namdev, when he was a small boy, the stone statue did not have any will, even stone, what Namdev said, he had maybe that devotion and that, and statue accepted. But there is no will. But I am in physical form. Whatever I say, according to my will, you are working, and that is the greatness, and that is love. That is also love, but you don't understand that, And love means, don't think that, all the time the positive result never comes in love, Love is that most of the time negative result comes. Because God's will, according to God's will, we are working there. There was no God's will. Namdev's will was there. God should eat. That was his wish. That was his wish, his will. And here we work according to Meher Baba's will, not our will. We never say, Baba, you do this, otherwise, I will get upset. I will not eat the food. We never said to Baba, whatever you say, we'll follow. We accept. That's why we are accepting God's will, and that the love creates for God. Because whatever God wants, we are doing that, What we want, we are not pressurizing God. Many times when we force then to anybody, we say that is the dictatorship. The person becomes dictator, and person becomes very difficult and very worst for the entire world, for the country also. When any dictator is there, boss is there, people, they don't like boss. Boss is good, people, they like boss. But when boss becomes very difficult, a dictator, nobody likes. And that's why God's will, changes are there. Our own will, our wish, there is no changes. It becomes worst. Everything becomes worst. And the responsibility, it comes upon us, not on God. But according to God's will, when we act, all the responsibility, it goes to the God. Then no sanskaras. We never create the sanskaras. What sanskaras we create, it gets wiped out, it gets clean, because God's responsibility. That's why each time we can make the responsible to the God. That's why Baba said, when we eat, we are not eating, Baba is eating. When we drink water, Baba is drinking water. When we go to sleep, Baba is going to sleep. When we wake up, Baba wake up. Like that we can feel. And then one day, everything Baba is doing. We feel that. Our feeling becomes like that. Yes, Baba is doing, not we are not doing. And that's why Baba wants that, while writing, we can start, Baba is writing, not we are not writing. When we finish the writing, Baba is written, Baba is done the work, not we. And all the responsibility goes on Baba. Adi K Irani was in college in Poona, and just Baba, he used to come every Sunday to Baba, and in Poona jhopdi, and then he used to play the harmonium, and Baba used to sing there. That time Baba was not observing the silence. Sometimes he used to sing before Baba. He's the young boy, and Baba said to him, Adi, remember that all the time you take the name of God. And he got upset. He said, yes, Baba, then I will not do the work, full time I will remember you. And I will not do any study or any work. Then Baba said, I'm not telling like that, When you start writing, you can say Baba is writing. When you start reading, first you can take Baba's name, Baba is reading. And when the reading work is completed, just Baba read that, not me. And like that, the feeling we should create. And that feeling, it take us the close, and that is the holding of Baba's Daman, because it gets connected to Baba. When we feel that, and our feeling is like that, whatever we do, Baba is doing. We are not doing. Then only Baba will do that, not we. and responsibility, it will go to the Baba. And what sanskaras? No sanskaras, all the sanskaras, it will get clear. Baba will wipe out that sanskaras, and sanskarless life is God. That's why all the time Baba said, do that, even Baba said, I once, even day and night, if we feel that, we are not this body, we are not this body. And 22 years continuously, if the feeling is like that, person will get the liberation, not God realization, but a person gets the liberation. But we are attached to this world, we are attached to the body, we are attached to the family, we are attached to the religion, we are attached to the country. That's why it becomes very difficult. And when we said, I am not this body, the detachment, even God is not there. Detachment comes, and person 22 years, it is impossible to remember God like that. I am not this body, I am not this body, I am not this body. Continuously, if that feeling is there, then a person get detached and a liberation. But 22 years, it is impossible, day and night. Who will do that? Nobody will do that. But that is the solution. And same thing when we say, we are not doing, Meher Baba is doing, Meher Baba is doing, Meher Baba, each time, and that takes us to the Baba. That's why natural way, many things Baba told us, but we never feel that, we should feel that our feeling should change, we are not doing, Baba is doing, and through our heart, through our mind, we should think like that, and one day the change will come, 100% the change will come, And Baba
Bhauji
yes.
Bhauji used to say that our destiny has already been written, whether we are going to be liberated or God realized. What would be the difference between the way we behave? I think you alluded to it. I want to make sure I understand what you said. How do we know which, not that it matters because it's already set, but what are the characteristics of living for liberation versus God realization?
God realization, myself, I feel, our aim and goal is Baba, God, only, and we follow his orders, his obedience. That is the easiest way to get the God realization. But many, they get the liberation. How they get the liberation? They are honest, their life is good, they do the good work for others, they don't know 100% God, but they act their life according to the God, what God says, and many they get the liberation. Because of that, many people in the world, they are like that, they do the good work, like Zoroastrians, they say good words, good deed, good act, good thoughts, and that takes us to the liberation. Many people, they don't know God, but they are not harmful to the world. They are harmless. They like to help to the people. Whenever anybody needs the help, they come forward to help people. And many people are like that in the world, And when the service becomes selfless, good service, step by step, like Baba said, 22 years, if person repeat that, I am not this body, I am not this body, person gets liberated. Liberation, person gets same thing, and big majority, they get liberation, who are connected to God, and according to God's will, when we are leading our life, people, they get the realization, consciousness. After that also, they get the duty, also they get the post, everything happens, but many liberation, when they get, they become the liberate from everything, no duty, no work, nothing, because they are detached, totally detached from the everything. And realization, then duty also comes, consciousness is also there. Like Baba got the self-realization, then inner consciousness, outer consciousness, after that it came, because the Hazrat Babajan, she gave inner self-realization to Baba, and Upasi Maharaj gave the worldly the realization of the illusory world, and he became the fully conscious of everything. Everything is within us, but we don't know the treasure. Real treasure is within us. We don't know. That's why puppet masters and that they showed that yes, the treasure is inside. Only that much, and that is the self-realization. Self-realization. That's why whatever we get, realization or liberation, both are good. Both are good. But hold his Daman. That is the most important thing. When we hold Baba's Daman and we come close to Baba, the hurricane more all the time, whatever he used to do, Baba used to do, he used to say thanks to Baba all the time. Then Baba said once to him, you see my monthly members, they never thanks me, even anything happens. You are also the one of the monthly. You should not do thanks to me, and monthly they never repeat that. And then from that day, Hurricane Mori stopped telling thanks to Baba.
Mm.
And,
Wow.
that is the following by according to Baba's will. What Baba wants, we can follow what he wants, that is his will. And according to his will, his guidance, we should lead our life and try to lead. To lead also it is very difficult, but we can try to lead, and step by step, we'll become used to that. Now we became used to the world and worldly activities, and we are attached with the world. That's why if something happens, we get upset because we are attached to this world. That's why coronavirus, that's why this riot, why we feel bad, because we are attached to that, that. And if we attach to the God, then we'll feel the world is illusion. Everything what Baba said, we should trust, we should faith in that, and world is illusion. What Baba said, that is 100% true. And if we have that faith, everything will get changed. Then there is no
Baba,
scare of us. Yeah. Yes.
thank me for the suffering only. Thank me for the suffering.
Yeah, yeah. And Baba wants that, and step by step, we'll get change. Once, Baba was in Jabalpur, 1939, and he was in Jabalpur, and who were with Baba. That people, they just, since long they were with Baba, and once they got fed up, they said, since long we are serving you, and we did not get anything, spirituality or the worldly gain also we did not get, and spirituality also we did not get. And what is the use just to stay with you? Because you have not given us the inner journey also, inner experience also, and outer experience also we did not have, because we left from that, outer world, and we joined you. And now since long what we are observing, we did not get anything, and just our life, it is totally spoiled. And Baba told them, I will tell the one story. There was one perfect master in the forest, and the perfect master, many people since 40 years they were with him. And when they were with him, they stayed with him, and they were also started thinking that, we became the old, because since 40 years we are staying with these masters, and this master, what he gave us, nothing. No experience, no inner world also, and he talks and he tells the stories and this and that, and messages, discourses, but nothing, we don't have experience, even he's the perfect master also, we don't have that experience also. And they got upset with master, and master said, why you are sad, all of you? Then they told, yes, we are totally sad and fed up of you, because we did not gain anything. We left the outer world, we did not get anything from outer world now, and inner world also same thing happened. Then the master said, okay, then what you want? Then just master, next day he said, now one day just I will give the holiday, complete holiday, 24 hours, and whatever you want you can use your mind, don't work through my mind, just freedom, total freedom. And they felt very happy. And master said, whatever you say I will listen to you, till today in 40 years, you were listening to me. Whatever I used to say, you know, you were under my rule. But today, just 24 hours, I'm giving that chance, and you can, whatever you say, I will follow that. And they say, you know, just in 40 years, just we are in this cage, ashram. We did not go out, outer world. We want to go to the outer world. But before that, you know, we want, you know, make the big party, good food we like to eat, and even consume the liquor. And master, he said, just 24 hours now I gave to you. Whatever you said, I will follow that to you. And then he permitted to drink, consume the liquor, and also eat the food, veg, non-veg, whatever you want, you can eat. And then they started eating that. And then they said to master, now we want to travel. Now the big river is there, boat is there, and we want to travel into that boat. And he said, okay, that is also I accepted. And he said, you also accompany us. Then the master said, yes. And they just consumed the liquor for long time, and they become totally intoxicated. When all of them, they become intoxicated, they said to the master, you also join us. And master also joined them. And just, you know, they said, again, we'll take the liquor there in the boat, and we'll play the card. Gramophone was there, they took, you know, for the music, and all they said in that. But master said, you know, now just 12 hours you spend here in the ashram, and you just consume the liquor, and now you are intoxicated totally in that. Remember that, you know, before sunrise we have to return back. Even we'll travel into the boat, don't go for far distance. And they said, don't worry, you know, just we'll come before sunrise. And master also said that. And then the darkness was there, the night was there, and all of them, you know, they become just, you know, intoxicated in that. And they forgotten to ride the boat, because they were not in that condition to ride the boat, and they thought they are riding the boat. And just 12 hours, you know, they become intoxicated. And master continuously every 1 hour is to say, you know, we traveled too far, and now it will become difficult for us to return back. And they said, don't worry, you know, just we'll go and we'll come before sunrise, because we promised you. And in the morning the sunrise took place, and these people, you know, when they became intoxicated, just, you know, they became conscious in that. And when they observed that, and they thought, they got the idea, they were in same place, you know, they did not travel, they did not went into the river for far distance. And they said, master, why this happened? You know, we thought just, you know, we are riding the boat, but because of the liquor, the effect, we did not able to ride the boat. And master said, same thing, since 40 years you are with me, and your mind and your concentration, your focus is towards worldly life, worldly gain. Even I was telling you, I was very close to you, but in inner journey nothing happened, because your attachment is with world, with not with me. That's why you did not gain anything. Even 40 years you stayed with me. And same thing is with now consume the liquor, and just you became one with that, and you forgotten everything. You want to ride the boat also, you know. And same thing, you are one with this worldly life, and that's why you are not gaining anything. Even you stayed 40 years with me. That's why even we stay with Baba for longer time, and we only repeat his name and attachment in the worldly life, you know, then what is the use of us also to say we are following of Meher Baba and we are the follower of Baba. That's why we have step by step, we have to become detached with the world and worldly life and attached to the God. But if you don't do that, you know, then it becomes difficult. And naturally now today, It is happening in coronavirus, detachment, coming from everywhere, from family, from relation, country, office, all worldly affairs, people they are doing the detachment, and that is the forcefully compulsory it is happening, willingly we never do that, but forcefully everybody is doing that, and that detachment it takes close to the God. That's what they stayed for 40 years. And Baba said, you are also like that, staying with me, but your mind is with world, oneness with world, then what gain you will get? Nothing. And they said, yes, Baba, they understood that, We should not have any thoughts, about liberation, about raw God realization also. That is also the attachment. That is also attachment. That's why he said his will, our will. Whatever he said, we have to follow, and step by step we'll get change. Otherwise, everything is impossible. And time to time, Baba used to explain to the Mandli people, how to lead the life, and then Mandli, step by step, they got change, And only I think so, the physical form, God is there, perfect masters are there, then everything is possible. Afterwards, it becomes very difficult. That's why now this is the Avtaric period. Baba is with us. That opportunity we should not lose. Come closer and closer to Baba. Everybody can closer and closer to the Baba. Whenever people that think about Baba, we also talk about Baba. We forget everything, and it was happening in Baba Savas program also. When people used to come to Baba, people used to forget everything, and they used to remember Baba. That's why Savas program also. When people used to come, Baba used to give, aspirin or enacin, and night time Baba used to tell to everybody just eat, take that, consume that, sleep night. And then morning forget the world, and when you come, just your face should be very fresh, and just concentrate to me, focus to me, and forget about the worldly activities, court case, family, relatives, office work, business, profession. Just become one with me, and whatever I am telling, just listen that, and then people used to forget everything. They used to forget everything. When they used to come close to the Baba, they used to enjoy. Everybody used to enjoy that. Nana Kher, his the mother, she came to Baba. And when she came to Baba, she wanted Nana should get married. And for that purpose, she came to Baba to ask Baba, about his marriage. And 1954, when Baba was giving darshan in Wadia Park, she just went to the Baba on dais. Baba was giving the darshan, and she just Baba hugged her, and Baba said to her, you want to ask some questions? And she said, no, Baba, I am very happy when you hug me and you embraced me. I don't want to ask anything, and there is no any question. Then again, second time Baba asked, third time Baba asked, and she said, no, Baba, I am very, very happy. I don't have any questions. And then afterwards, she had Baba's darshan, and she went to the railway station, and just she sat into the train, and then she remembered that, only for that purpose she came, to take permission from Baba for Nana Kher's marriage. And three times Baba raised the questions, for what purpose you came? You want to ask something? And she said, no. And after that, she remembered in the train, and then she thought it is Baba's wish. Nana should not get married, and that's why I have forgotten. Thrice Baba asked me the question, and she did not remember that. And then she said, now in future, I will never ask Baba about Nana's marriage. And just she forgotten that, and that is the Baba's work, he used to do the detachment to the people when they used to come close to the Baba. All the time Baba used to do that detachment, all the time. And whoever used to come to Baba, they used to forget, outer world, worldly thing, Baba used to ask them, for what purpose you came. You remember, and they used to say to Baba, no, Baba, we don't remember, we don't remember that, and that is the Baba's work. That's why when we remember Baba more and more and more, we forget the world. And when we remember world, we forget God. That is the two things. That's why we can try remembering Baba, read his book, see Baba feel. That is in our hand, natural way we can do. Because to do the meditation, unnatural way, sit in one place, it is difficult for me. It is difficult. But when natural life, we talk about Baba, we remember, I think so, that is the meditation, that is the prayer. When anybody comes, I like to talk about Baba. I talk with them. Many people, they call me and they said, we want to do audio recording, video recording, and just, we'll just put on the YouTube, we will do on Facebook, we are doing the online program. You can say something, then I do that. Tomorrow also from Jabalpur people, they want to do that. Then there is another center in Kanpur, 8th, 9th, 10th, Baba program is there. And they said just, online will perform the program. You can give the 4 days program, then 4 speech, you can, in a video, you can make that, and just forward to us, and then we'll do that online. And like that, when we do that, we come closer and closer to Baba, because our feeling, it becomes change all the time, Baba, nothing else. And that work Baba is doing with us. And people step by step now, when they are in lockdown, isolated, following the social distance, many Baba lovers, they are coming closer to Baba online. Baba's bhajans, Baba's talk, Baba's songs, Baba's speech, Baba feel. People, they are adopting all these things, and that is the good satsang of Baba. Everybody, they are doing that satsang, and that is the happiness. We get that happiness. Okay, anybody wants to ask any questions? Hello. Hello, Norman and others, Charles are there.
Anyone want to ask Mehernath any questions?
Marilyn.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all this light today. I really appreciate all the, the light and the darkness that we're getting today from you. It's just wonderful. It's just great to have a wonderful Baba gathering in the middle of all this. Very special.
Yeah, that is true. And when we discuss with each other, we remember, Baba's time stories, incident, it becomes easy for us, to follow Baba in natural way. Baba's discourses also we can read, God speaks also we can read. Most of the things that is also there, infinite intelligence, but most of the thing I feel that is the inner journey, inner understanding, and we should understand through mind, about the inner journey, but we don't have the experience. That's why 75 years the God-man, is spent on this world, on the earth, and that is the most important, because that is the feeding of our heart and mind, and we understand God natural way. God speak is good, but till today the God speak is unnatural for us, because we don't know anything about the plane experience. We don't have any type of the experience of the God speak or infinite intelligence. But that's why God, he came on the earth to teach us alphabetical board A, B, C, D of the spirituality, and he taught us. But some people, they are more intelligent. They said the 75 years life what God has given, that is nothing. But God speak is really the intellectual book. Then infinite intelligence, we can read that and we can grasp that book, but that is really good till that we don't have the experience, then it becomes difficult to understand also. Baba's order we can follow, we can read that and forget. To discuss on that, that is the mind's discussion, but here the feeling, experience, day-to-day life, day-to-day incident, day-to-day stories, we get involved into that, because we are in, till today we are in the illusory world, outer world, gross world. Then God created the stories in the gross world. It is more easy for us, because that is the ABCD alphabetical spirituality, and we can learn through that. We are in just kindergarten or lower KG of spirituality, and we can learn all these things. But some people, they feel they are too advanced, and this is nothing for them. All the inner journey, the inner work, that is the most important. And then people, they feel we understand everything. God speak, infinite intelligence. What is there to understand? That is the experience. God speak, inner journey, inner experience. We don't have anything. That's why even that Shams Tabriz was there, and his follower Rumi was there. And when he traveled into the desert, he was very, very intelligent, the Rumi, Jalaluddin Rumi, and just he used to carry all his books, holy books, on the camel, 4 5 camels he used to take, and all the books they used to carry, and then he used to go into the desert, and all the holy books also he used to take, because that was his feeding, intellectual feeding. And once, just the night time, he wanted just to take the rest, and one under the tree, he tied all the camels, and he slept that close by. The Shams Tabriz was there, and he saw that Rumi was sleeping there, and he took all the holy books, and just he threw that books into the well, and the water was there. And Rumi, when he woke up, he got very upset with the Shams Tabriz, and Shams Tabriz just he put the hand into the well, and he brought all the books up, and that books, it did not wet, all the books were dry. And then Rumi thought he is something great person, better, greater than me. And then he bowed down to him, and he said, I want to follow you, and I want to become your follower, disciple. And then Shams Tabriz, he agreed, and he said, till today you were eating only bones, means holy books, but now from today I will teach you how to eat the brain. And that is the important thing. God's teaching is there. He teaches us how to eat the brain, not the dry bone. And all these holy books, that is the dry bone. When people, they eat that dry bone, and they feel, yes, it is we are doing something great, but that is all the dry bones. But the experience is different. That is, we have to eat the brain, and we have to start eating the brain, and then the life will become different. That's why holy books are there. Kabir also said, Pothi pade, jag mua, pandit bhayanak hoy, dhai akshar, prem ka pade so pandit hoy. World is reading the holy books, and they feel they are becoming the very intellectual pandit, mullahs, father, priest, Shankaracharyas, and they become very proudy. But Kabir said, nobody becomes the pandit, intellectual, when they read the book. But it is possible only to learn the 2.5 word of the love. And if we start reading the 2.5 word of the love, then everything is possible. Then only we become the pandit, intellectual, father, Maulanas, everything we will become. But we have to read 2.5 word of the love. And Hazrat Babajan also said, Hajaro Pandit, Lakho Sayane, Khuda ki baat, Khuda hi jane. Hajaro Pandit, Lakho Sayane, Khuda ki baat khuda hi jane. Thousands and thousands pandits are there, intellectual people, who said we are the priest, we know everything, and lakhs senior people who feel we are very intellectual in this world. But Hazrat Babajan said, these people, they don't know anything, only God's language, God knows. Hajaro Pandit, thousands of Pandits, lakhos lakhs and lakhs intellectual people are there, and they feel that, we know everything. But Baba Jansi said, God's language only God knows, nobody knows. Khuda ki baat khuda hi jane. God's language only God knows. Hajaro Pandit, lakho sayane, khuda ki baat khuda hi jane. And that is the truth. That is the 100% truth. Only God knows, But when we get little bit understanding, mind's understanding, outer understanding, we should become calm. We should become the just tolerance. The peace should comes within us, not the proud, not the ego, not the anger, and that is the bad habits, bad qualities of the illusion. And when we read God's book, we become proudy, we become egoistic. Yes, we know everything. Means we are reading the God's book, but we are becoming the one with illusion. And then we feel, yes, now we are the great person. I know everything. Nobody knows this, and that is no good, And just it takes us away from the God. Why should do such type of the thing? We can talk about God. We can share our incidents. We are all one. All the close ones, brother, sister, or friends, like that. All the time we should feel. That's why Baba said all the time we should become the student, and we are in the school of Meher Baba. Learn more and more and more, and still at more. And then one day we'll merge in Baba. That's why no ego, no weaknesses, no proud, no anger. And when the anger comes, we can control ourselves, and all the time we can do. That's why even Baba used to get angry. Baba used to tell the mandli, just take the chappal, take the shoe, and just beat me on my cheek. And mandli used to do that, spit on my face, and mandli used to spit on Baba's face. And Baba used to teach that, to the mandli, never get angry, never get egoistic, never get proudy. And step by step, mandli they learned, and this is the natural learning of the God man, When Baba, he came back from the new life, that mosque is there, 25 kilometers from Nagar. That is the Imampur mosque. And night Baba is spent into that mosque. Erachua and other mandli members were there, and they spent night. In the night time, one bird's nest was there, and two birds were there in the nest, and just they started, making the noise. And Baba asked, what is there? And just Erach said, the birds are there, Baba, in the nest, two birds. And Baba said, throw them out. And Erach, he did that. And then afterwards, Baba told him, I committed the mistake, in the night time, I made the cruelty with the birds, innocent birds, and I told you to throw them out, and you did that, that is not your fault, but it is my fault. In the morning, Baba told to Manli, just now everybody can spit on my face, and everybody, they did that. And then Baba said, now take your shoe and just beat on my face. And they did that, and then Baba said, I will never become cruel with the animal in future. If it happens like that, I will remember all the time, the cruelty is done through me. And to remember that, the punishment also, it is important, and when we commit the worldly also crime, and that, when people they tell honestly, yes, we committed the crime, and they face the punishment, it also get gain in spirituality. The gain is there in spirituality, because we accept it, we are honest, even if we committed the crime, and then punishment also, we are ready to accept that. And that is the spirituality. And like that, Baba used to teach, even God man himself, he did the cruelty, And that act, he told to the Mandli, you can spit on my face, and they did that, And many times Mandli used to hesitate to do that, And Baba used to say that, yes, you lost the opportunity. Then afterwards they used to get ready, Baba, whatever you say, we'll do that. Baba said, now you lost the opportunity. Now what is the use of that? When Baba was there in America, uh, two ladies were there, and they used to cook Baba's food. And Baba means very particular about the food in exact time, they should prepare the food, and they the ones they were late in preparing the food, and Baba told Ranu bring the food, and Ranu she went there, and that two ladies, they said food is not ready. Ranu got upset. Ranu told them, Baba is very particular about the discipline, and I told you many times, to prepare food in time, and you did not do that. And Ranu shouted them, and they shouted at Ranu because they did not know Baba and discipline and all these things. And then they shouted at Ranu, and they got, both of them, they got very upset on Ranu, and they said very abused word to the Ranu. And Ranu got very upset, and she went to the Baba, and she told Baba, and Baba said, go immediately and apologize to them, both ladies. And Ranu said, Baba, it is not my fault, it is the fault of that lady. Only I said, Baba, the one to follow the discipline, and Baba wants the food in particular time, and still you have not prepared. That much only I said, but they said many bad words to me, and they abused me, and I will never do such type of the thing to both them. They should apologize me, not myself. And Baba said, this is my order. Who is wrong and who is right? I am not asking, I am telling you, just follow my order, go and apologize them. And Ranu said, I will not do. And then just after sometimes, she came, calmed down, and she came to Baba, and she said, Baba, I will do that. I apologize to them, I will go there. And Baba said, now you lost the opportunity. What is the use of that, to go and apologize? Because you lost that opportunity. When I said, immediately one should follow. One should not use our mind, but we do that. We use our mind, and then we feel who is right, who is wrong, and most of the times then argument. Then just, we use our mind, and then we argue with anybody. Yes, I'm right, and why should I do that? That proud comes, and Baba wants to crush that proud also. Even we are right, but we should apologize, not them. But we never understand that, we never understand, and it gets difficult. And then all the time we feel I'm right, and there is no need to apologize, to say sorry. We never do that, because when person is right, then next party should apologize. They should say sorry. That is our feeling, and Baba want to crush that feeling. Adi was there at Meherabad, and Adi, the KJ Dastur, he was a very egoistic person and very proudy, and he used to sit on Baba's right hand side near tomb. And once Adi, he came there, and Adi sat on his place. And after that, the KJ Dasturi came, and he got very upset with Adi, and he said, that is my place, how you dare to sit there? And Adi was a young boy. Adi said, it is not written on the floor, it is your place. Your name is also not written. I came first, that's why I sat there. And he got more upset, and he said, this young boy just he's just doing the argument with me. I am the senior person, I am very intellectual person, and such type of the boy, I will never bear such type of the thing, he told to the Baba. And Baba said, that is correct of KJ Dastur, what he is saying. Adi, you have to listen and never sit on his place. Now you can just get up and sit in some other side. And Adi said, I will never listen, because this is my place. I came first, and I will sit here. I will not give the place to KJ Dastur. And KJ Dastur got very upset, And Baba said to Adi, my order is there, you know, and you have to listen. And just Adi, he scoot from there and he sat in a different place. After that, Dastur was very upset. He sat with Baba, and after that, he said, now I'm going, and he just started walking. And Baba said to Adi, just go and say sorry to him, apologize to him. And Adi said, now I gave the space to him, and he sat there, and it was his fault. It was not my fault. But Baba said, it is my order. Who is faulty and who is correct? I'm not telling that, but it is my order. Go and apologize him, and you must follow that. And then Adi, he went there after him, and he said, just KG Dasturji, just I apologized. And he said, okay, just, you know, I will forgive you this time, but next time never sit on my place. Even it is empty. If I am not there also, even that also never dare to sit on my place. And Adi said, okay, I will follow that, you know, whatever you said. And then he said, okay, this time I will forgive you, but next time if you do such type of the work, then I will never forgive you. And Adi said, okay, I will never do such type of the work. And that is the training of Baba, of his disciples and his close ones, you know. And all the time, you know, this is the loser's game. Then who will lose? We are the follower of Baba. That's why there is no winner, there is no loser. Only according to his will, we have to lead the life. Kekobad was there, and Adi was there. Adi committed some mistake. Adi senior, he was elder than Kekobad, and Baba told to the Kekobad, just slap Adi because Adi committed the mistake. And Kekobad said, he's senior person, Baba. He's the senior mandli person, and I have lot of respect for Adi, and I will never do such type of the thing. Then Baba got upset on the Kekopad. Baba said, if you don't follow my order, then I get upset, but you don't care about me. But if Adi get upset, then you care about Adi, because Adi is the senior person, he's a respectful person, he's more senior in Baba Mandli. That's why you are paying respect to him, but you are not paying respect to me. You don't want to follow my order. What I give the order, Adi is greater than me. Then you can follow Adi. Why you are staying here with me? You can stay with Adi and just obey him. Why you want to obey me if you are not obeying me? Then Baba, he said, no, if I slap Adi, Adi will get upset. Baba called Adi, and Baba said, if you committed the mistake and I told Kekobad to slap you, and if he does that, you will get upset. And Adi said, no, Baba, if you won't follow your order, then only I will get upset. But if you do that, you know, such type of the act, I will never get upset, because according to your order he is doing. And then Kekobad said, I will do that. And Baba said, you lost the opportunity. What is the use to that, you know? When first I said, you know, do that, and one person without thought, without thinking, one should do that immediately. And that is the Baba's obedience, Baba's order. But when the time comes, you know, it becomes difficult us to follow the order. We said, you know, we'll follow Baba's order and this and that, you know, but when the time comes, you know, then we feel about the world and worldly people. We never feel about God, because we are not connected to Him. We are not attached to the God. We are attached to the worldly. That's why we care about the worldly people. Each one we care about, each people. And then because we are worldly people. And that's why Baba wanted that, you know, care about God, forget the world. And that is the spiritual work of Meher Baba. My mother is there, and she likes to sing. She will sing one song, and then afterwards again we'll start. Jai Baba, she is here.
Jai Baba Rama.
Jai Baba Rama.
Today, just afternoon, she was very tired and sick, and now she is okay.
क्या करे बाबा, अरे तो सब गायब हो गए। जय बाबा।
Jai Baba. Reste, Jeffrey, this is Marilyn, Anna, Norman, and this is Jonathan, and yeah, there's Norman, Charlie, Jay is there, Hassan from Turkey, hey, Jay Baba, and Jay is here, and Shiva is here. Okay, so big audience. You're singing Baba, you sang for Baba? Bhauji's gone.
Any land, one land, Baba, told you and Bhauji sab collect.
Bhauji collect.
मेहर तेरी नजर से, तेरी नजर से, तेरी नजर से मेहर दीवाने हो गए हम, तेरी नजर से मेहर दीवाने हो गए हम, दिल में जला के दीपक परवाने हो गए हम, दिल में जला के दीपक परवाने हो गए हम, तेरी नजर से, तेरी नजर से। साकी तेरी शराब ने मस्ताना कर दिया, तेरी शराब ने मस्ताना कर दिया, जाहिद की निगाह में मुझे दीवाना कर दिया, जाहिद की निगाह में मुझे दीवाना कर दिया, जाहिद तूने रिंद की जूती भी है नहीं, जाहि तू तो रिंद की जूती भी है नहीं, तूने तो खुदा को भी बेगाना कर दिया, तूने तो खुदा को भी बेगाना कर दिया, तेरी नजर ने, तेरी नजर ने, तेरी नजर ने मेहर दीवाना कर दिया, अपनी तसल्ली को परवाना कर दिया, जाए तूने पी नहीं तुझको क्या पता, जाए तूने पी नहीं तुझको क्या पता, भूसे को अन्न के अफसाना कर दिया, भूसे को अन्न के अफसाना कर दिया, क्या तड़प है रिंद में रहती है तेरे लिए, काफी
Funny.
अपने दिल को ही पैमाना कर दिया, अपने दिल को ही पैमाना कर दिया, तेरी नजर ने, तेरी नजर ने मेहर तेरी नजर ने मेहर दीवाना कर दिया। जाहिद खुदा से दूर कितने तू सदा रहा, जाहिद खुदा से दूर कितने तू सदा रहा। तेरी शराब ने भाऊ तूने शराब का क्या स्वाद है चखा। गला खराब हो गया मेरा। शराब भाऊ तूने शराब का क्या स्वाद है चखा। शराब ने तो अब तुझे जिंदा न कर दिया, शराब ने तो अब तुझे जिंदा न कर दिया। तेरी शराब ने मस्ताना कर दिया। आज क्या हो गया गला को? हाँ बाबा साहब
And afterwards, Fred is there also, Mehernath. Afterwards, Fred is there to do mind to mind, maybe.
हर तरफ है नजारा तेरा, हर जगह तू ही है तू। हर तरफ है नजारा तेरा, हर जगह तू ही है तू। बाबा हूँ बाबा हूँ बाबा हूँ, बाबा हूँ बाबा हूँ बाबा हूँ। रंग में रूप में है ना जो अंदाज में है, रंग में रूप में है ना जो अंदाज में है। तेरी आवाज सांझों में सांझ में, दिल की आंखों से देखे जो कोई अगर, दिल की आंखों से देखे कोई अगर, जर्रे जर्रे में आएगा उसको नजर। ये करिश्मा या खुदा, बाबा हूँ बाबा हूँ बाबा हूँ। ये करिश्मा तेरा या खुदा, बाबा हूँ बाबा हूँ बाबा हूँ। जय खुदा ये खुदा रूबरू, बाबा हूँ बाबा हूँ बाबा हूँ। उसने पैदाइश में जा बसा, खुद पे खुद मिटा और दिल रुबाई तेरी। उसने पैदाइश में जा बसा, खुद पे खुद ही मिटा और दिल रुबाई तेरी। तू ही जलवा है तू नुमाई है, तू ही जलवा है तू नुमाई है। सब में बसा तू ही तू है, निहा है निहा है निहा। बाबा हूँ बाबा हूँ बाबा हूँ, बाबा हूँ बाबा हूँ रूबरू, बाबा हूँ बाबा हूँ बाबा हूँ। जय बाबा।
Hey.
Jai Baba.
Say 1 minute.
Jai
Mama.
Baba.
Say 1 minute. Say Baba. Mr. Say Baba. Can I ask Fred to say mine? You would like to hear. Fred, are you awake enough to sing Mind, Mind, Stupid Mind for us?
Oh,
While
yes,
Baba's here?
definitely. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
awake.
great.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Now mind, he always want to crow. Work so fast while the heart works slow. Baba says that mind must go. So we sing Mehernath Calypso. And the tune go, mind, mind, stupid mind. Why don't you go away and leave me behind? Mind, mind, why don't you let me be so I can find reality? Now mind just loves duality. Tells me God is illusory. Mind, you are my enemy. You just want me to want me. Mind, who do you think you are? You make what's near seem oh so far. Wait till I get you to Ahmednagar. We'll fix you with the avatar. Mind, mind, stupid mind. Why don't you go away and leave me behind? Mind, mind, why don't you let me be so I can find reality? Now, mind, you're such a pesky creature. Sometimes you're just too hard to feature. First you're a beggar, and then a teacher. And now you even want to be a spiritual teacher. Oh, my mind, I've known you oh so long. Send you back where you belong. Everything you do comes out wrong. So let us sing the chorus of the song. Mind, 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 why don't you go away and leave me behind? Mind, mind, why don't you let me be so I can find reality? Now mind, he thinks he's so cool. He thinks he really makes the rules. Mind, oh no, he's just a tool. Oh my mind, you're such a fool. Mind, mind, stupid mind, why don't you go away and leave me behind? Mind, mind, why don't you let me be so I can find reality? Now, mind, have you ever heard of Haya? S-H-A-Y-A. That is the Sufi term for modesty. Oh no, you're just too full of Maya, burning like a forest fire all day long with desire. Mind, you think you're in the driver's seat, think you're something that can't be beat. Remind me of a parakeet all day long. Go, wee, wee, wee. Mind, mind, stupid mind, why don't you go away and leave me behind? Mind, mind, why don't you let me be so I can find reality? Time up.
Thank you, Maha. Okay, Baba. Mehernath, are you going to read any of those words or not?
No, this is all, Mummy, what she's saying, that is the you alone exist. You are in each particle, you are in everything, and that is like you alone exist, And first, that ghazal, it is written by Bhauji, and second one, Mummy, she did some addition, Babahu, first line, and then afterwards she sang the ghazal, Bhauji's ghazal. And Bhauji's, most of the Bhauji's ghazal, the depth is there, because it is through Baba. The words are also through Baba. That's why that is the important. Everything is important, like Hafiz, even Kabir, Tukaram, what Baba used to repeat their couplets. Jigar Muradabadi, many poets. What Baba used to read, Baba just, he put the power in that words and couplets. That's why now it become alive. All the couplets of all these masters, it became alive. And when we read that, we get interest, we get happiness in that, that is the most important, And Baba used to quote that, all the time. Yes.
Hassan, his picture's not there, but he had a comment for you.
Yeah.
He said, thank you. He's thanking you and the trust for streaming Baba's Samadhi. It's live at Samadhi every day.
Yeah.
It is priceless service for all humanity. And this especially for us, for all. It takes us to his samadhi as if we were just there. It's a wonderful feeling. And
yeah, that is true. In world everywhere, people, many people, Hassan, they feel like that. That is really good. Yeah, that is true. When we see the God Samadhi, you know, our feeling also it gets changed. That is true. That is true. That is 100% true. All this thing, you know, then we get the concentration towards Baba also, you know, when we sit. Yesterday, I went there, you know, Rajsi told me, because Rajsi goes every day. Evening, she goes to the Samadhi, and 5-6 people, they come there. And that said, Baba said is there, most of the people, they sit there at 7 and up to 7:30, 7:45. And after lockdown, first time, Rasi said to me to come there. Then I went there and just I sat there. Then the other people also, they came and then they started telling me, tell something. Then just I told some Baba stories. There was Vinod Killani. He was also here just, and he said, just tell the childhood stories. When we were there, you know, Baba used to come here in trust compound. Then just I told that also. There is one couple is there from the Nasik, you know, they after retirement recently they came and they just stayed there now, and every evening also they come there to the Samadhi, and like 6-7 people every evening they come and they sit there, you know, and then many they remember Baba, many they like to discuss about Baba, and that is good satsang, you know, good discussion about Baba. And yesterday I went there, I sat for 1 hour up to 7:45, and then we came back to the Nagar. Everything was closed. Just I did not go close to Baba Samadhi, but from far distance, just I bow down, and that is sufficient, I think so, you know. Like Hassan is in far distance, everybody is in far distance, but they are looking Baba Samadhi, and that is the greatness, you know. Baba is everywhere. He is in our heart, you know. And whenever we see that, you know, we feel happy in that.
But you know,
all this
how
teaching,
Baba,
yeah, yes.
sorry, this virtual streaming is really something extraordinary, and we feel that we were like in the samadhi at that moment during the prayer time, especially. So
yeah,
how I realized how Baba put the seed of love in our hearts, and how we feel that tremendous longing to be there. And we bow down to him, into his samadhi from here, from our heart. It's something really inexplicable.
yeah.
It's a fantastic feeling.
Yeah, that is fantastic. That is true. That is true. And that way, yeah, yes.
Is there a website we can go to that camera that's looking at the samadhi?
Yes, I found it, and I'll forward it to you here. I'll put it on the chat.
Right.
Okay.
Good.
That is good. That is good.
Thank you.
That is good.
It's actually through the Trust website.
Trust website, yeah.
And there's other ones on YouTube.
Okay, thanks.
But live is special, no? When actually they have a camera, they must have a camera set up there daily. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But
that is also there. We can take Baba's darshan through that also. But all of you also each time visited there, you know, and had Baba's darshan through that, you know, and that treasure is within you also. That's why all of you, whenever you see Baba's photo, picture, we feel happy. Why? Because many times, you know, we visited there. We bowed down to Baba. We had Baba's darshan. We touched Baba's articles, museum, everything, you know, even Myrtle Beach also. Many Baba's articles are there, Baba's clothes, Baba's other things, nails, hair. And that is the important thing, you know. When we touch that, we feel happy. We feel happy. And that is within us, you know, when once in a life also we visit Baba's Samadhi with heart, that is sufficient for the entire life. That is sufficient for the entire life, you know.
Isn't it true that the whole universe is already within us? So we are everywhere in reality. We just have to think about it, and there we are.
Yeah, Baba is within us, is with us, then no problem for us, you know. But in outer world, yeah, yes.
Okay, go ahead. Keep talking.
Yes. Hello, yeah.
Yes. Baba said that trust God completely and he will solve all difficulties. Faithfully leave everything to him and he will see to everything. How do you do that?
You know, Baba said there is no such up of the difficulties. You know, through our mind, we create the difficulties and problem. That's why he gave the good solution. Don't worry, be happy. And if we follow Baba's obedient order, we are human being. Problems are there, worries are there. But that is all the illusory problem, illusory worries. We should not pay that much attention to these difficulties and problems, you know, and it gets solved, you know. One Naurozi, he came to Baba and he was in difficulties, problems, and he wanted to solve the problem in Guru Prasad. And just he entered inside and he was very anxious, you know, to ask Baba. And Baba said, just sit down 5 minutes and don't say anything, not utter the single word, sit 5 minutes and go and come tomorrow. And he accepted that. He sat 5 minutes. Baba did not allow him to talk. And after 5 minutes, he left and Baba said, come tomorrow. He came tomorrow, next day, and Baba said, just sit 5 minutes and not utter the single word. And after 5 minutes, go and come next day. And just 3-4 days it happened like that, and he got very upset on Baba. His face became reddish, very red, and just lot of anger. He's not allowing me to ask the question is there, problem is there, you know, and I'm in very difficulty. That's why I came to Baba, and he's not allowing me to talk, to say anything. And he was thinking like that, you know, and he got very, very upset, and he immediately the solution came in his mind, and he started laughing very loudly. And Baba said, what happened to you? Suddenly you started laughing. And he said, you are the butcher. And just, you know, you cut the people, but just not immediately, but step by step you cut, you know, like halal. We said that is halal. Halal the meat means butchers, they cut the goat, you know, step by step. They never cut immediately, and not in jhatka. And he said, you are the butcher, you know, and you do such type of the thing. And Baba said, yes, I am the butcher, and I cut the person, you know, whole life. Also, I give the energy to the person when we are on the staircase. Then Baba said, I give the energy to climb on the step by step by step, because the energy should be there. That's why I give the energy also, and I cut the person also, like butcher. But I am such type of the butcher, whole life I cut the person. Slowly, 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 slowly. And he said, yes, you are the butcher. 4 days you did that with me. You played the game with me. And then after 5th day, I got the solution in my mind. The solution came, and you gave that solution to me. And that is the work of Meher Baba. You know, we should have the patience, tolerance, and then one day we get the solution, or the problem also it get dissolved, you know, and then we feel, you know, that was not problem, nothing, you know. But when we worry about that, you know, then it becomes difficult. It becomes difficult. That's why we should not think about the problem, you know. That is our creation. Mind's creation is the difficulties and problems, you know. Many people, we also create the problem. After that, you know, it gets solved, you know, immediately. That's why we should not look after all these problems, you know. Take Baba's name, and we'll find the solution. That's why Baba said, give me the responsibility. But it also difficult for us to give them. Once we give the responsibility to Baba, he becomes the responsible. Then we should not think about that problem and difficulties, because we give the responsibility to Baba to solve the problem. Then that is his duty. He will do that. Whatever he gives the result, we should accept. And there is no such type of the problem, but all the times we face with problems, we see Baba lovers, you know, all the time. But when we give that responsibility to Baba, you know, we feel different happiness also, you know. Even difficulties are there, we feel that, you know. That's why all the problems, it dissolves in Baba's love, you know, and difficulties also, it gets dissolves in Baba's love. Most of the times, you know, in for trust work also, it happens with us. We face a lot of problems, you know, it gets dissolved, you know, after that. Everything gets dissolved, you know, many problems. And people, they create the problem, you know. Just in our trust side, one guy, he wanted to dig the well, and now he started digging the well. I called them, I went there, I told them, you know, don't do such type of the things, you know. This is the Baba's place, and nearby, don't do that. He did not listen, you know, for 5 days, you know. Just I felt very bad, you know. But now, after 5-6 days, you know, he started digging the well. Now I'm okay. I thought, now what to do, you know, and just to file the case and that, you know, then it becomes more difficult and complicated. And then people, they started just troubling us, you know, because if we do such type of the thing, that is also the difficult, because people, they will also remain in same village. Our Baba Samadhi is also there in same place. And we have to talk them, we have to tell them. And then last, if no solution, then keep quiet. It is happening like that all the time. We have to find solution, we have to adjust, we have to find the solution. And feel that, you know, this is the loser's game, you know. That's why hard time for us, you know, all the time, you know. And if we involve continuously for longer period, then it becomes difficult, you know. But Baba's wish, Baba's will, like that, when we feel that, you know, then we find the solution also. Solution also we are finding. Meherabad problem was there, you know, the road problems, big problem was there, you know. But after 3-4 years, you know, it got solved, you know. The solution we found, and just we gave the separate road to that people, and now they are walking on that road. Our property, we constructed the wall, a trust property, and now the property is safe in one side. Other side, again, they started creating the problem for the another road. Now we filed the case in the court. Court gave us the stay, permanent stay, and now we'll see now what happens, you know. What happens, and this is the problems we are facing. But one problems, it gets solved, then other problem comes. Every time that is like that, you know. And if you feel that is the problem, then it becomes more difficult. Just do the act in different way, work for that, you know. And that if Baba gives the solution, good. No solution, and that is also solution. Baba's solution. If we don't get any solution, that is also Baba's solution, because we should do the hard work, everything, and when last fed up means that is the solution. We can think that is Meher Baba's solution, you know. Baba wants that, that way we can turn the life. And that is the struggle, all the time struggle, and the spirituality. And if we see in past also incarnation of God, perfect masters, all they suffered a lot. Whole life they suffered, Nobody was in just, leading the life in good health and luxurious life, all the difficulties and problems, all masters and that, they were in the difficulty and problems, and they used to suffer a lot. And Baba also same thing with Prophet Muhammad, with Jesus Christ, with Rama, Krishna, Buddha. What if we see the life, we read their life, nothing but suffering and difficulties.
Mehernath, I asked Bhauji one day, was it any easier for him?
Yeah.
And he said no. He said no. Was life any easier for him? He said no.
Life is not easy.
The life never becomes easy, life never becomes easy, That's why I said, one problem solves, then other problem comes, then what is the use of one solution? Other problem, then other problem, then other problem. And that is the way of Baba work, not simple. Baba work is not simple, very difficult. That's why only we have to involve with Baba, then it becomes easy. Otherwise, it becomes a difficult life, And world is like that, world will trouble us, world will give trouble. Worldly people, their aim and goal is different. Our aim and goal is Baba, That's why it becomes too easy to target the follower of God. Worldly people, they are difficult. Their act is according to sanskaras, If somebody troubles, then people, they take the revenge. We are not revengeful. That's why we will suffer more. People immediately, they take the action, they move into the court, they fight in the court, they do the different types of actions, and it is not possible for us to all the time just do this and do that, That's why honesty, brotherhood, peace, tolerance, dedication, surrenderance, what is that? That is the suffering. That is the suffering. All suffering is there, nothing else but suffering. That's why that Mirza Ghalib, he said, इश्क नहीं आसा, इतना तो समझ लो, ये आग का दरिया है और इसमें डूब के जाना है. This love is not simple, one can understand, This is very difficult because what is there? This is the ocean of fire, nothing is there. And we have to swim in that, and go down into that ocean. Nothing else is in, fire is there, and we have to get burned in that, and destroy ourselves. That is the fire, and when we are going closer and closer to the God, then nothing else, only suffering, only fire. That one, yes.
Well,
Yes.
Bhauji said we're playing the losing game.
Yeah. That Zafar, he also said in his song, couplet, अगर जाफरी हमको मालूम होता इस खेल में मात ही मात होगी. Zafari said, I did not know first, this is very difficult game, only losers game. But I thought, I will win, and I joined in this game. And then afterwards, now only suffering, and I got the understanding this is the losers game. This is not the winners game. That's why this game is Agar Zafari Hamko Malum Hota. I did not know that this game is losers game. Otherwise, I never entered, he said, in such type of the game. But now I lost, I entered in that, and I lost because only losers game, not winners game. Kabir also said, that Abida Parvinsi sang that song, Agar Mai Jo Janti. प्रीत करे सो दुख होए नगर नगर ढिंडोरा पीटती प्रीत न करियो कोई. I did not know, to love God means only suffering and painful life, a sorrowful life, and it happens with me. I could not know, I would not know that in first, otherwise, I may beat the drum in the world and tell people never love to God. ऐसा जो मैं जानती प्रीत करे सो दुख होए नगर नगर ढिंडोरा पिटती. In each city, I would beat the drum and tell people never love to the God, because God means nothing but only suffering and losers game. But I entered in that, because I did not know that, this is the different type of game. And that is the truth. Yeah.
In some ways, Mehernath, it's kind of like, it kind of makes it easier in a way, because you just don't have great expectations.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kidding around. You're going to lose. Hey, it's all right.
Yeah. And all masters, if you see their life, in their couplets also, they said same thing, same repetition, nothing is new. What Baba said, what past master said, Avatar said, same thing, but different way, different way. They taught different couplets and different that, but only when the God comes on the earth, our master comes, they make everything present, fresh, and that is the most useful thing. Past is become the stale food, and when stale food we eat, it becomes harmful to the body. We should not eat the stale, very stale food. Fresh food, it is hygienic. It is also good for our health. That's why expiry medicine, if we eat, that is harmful. But fresh medicine, it is not expiry, then life is good. It is affectable to the good effect to our body. That's why when present is good, God is there in present, and what He teaches, we should adapt. Past we can read, we can learn through that, and then it gets us the courage to follow our God, to whom we are following. It becomes inspiration. It becomes happiness. Past master also they said same thing. But that is past. This is present. The rivers, if the water is there, then the whole world they come. Colony also it get established there. Birds comes, human being comes, colony comes, and then it becomes city, greenery, birds, animals, they come to drink the water. And if it becomes dry, the river, then everything that disappears and it becomes the desert. Nobody wants to stay there, nobody wants to come there, because no water. That's why past incarnation, what God they taught, the water was there, greenery was there, everything was there. And for that generation, it was really, everything was green, evergreen. But after that, it become dry, drought affected. Then people, they started taking name of the God and this and that. Then people, they fight and division. They fight with each other. No, my God is great, your God is not great. Muhammad said this, Rama said that, Jesus said this, Buddha said that. And for that words, people, they fight with each other. Now Baba is here. That's why greenery is there, river full of water. That's why world is coming. Even anybody they said bad about Meher Baba, we never feel bad. We said that is impression, that is their sanskaras, what we have to do. That is the greatness, because the water is there, ever greenery is there, and people, they are coming close to Baba. Even somebody, even they will say something against of Baba, we never feel bad, because it is not our work, to correct people. Baba is there, water is there, we can drink that water and come closer and closer to Baba. We never fight with people, we never make the division. All Baba lovers, what they belong to, what religion, creed, caste, country, we never care. People, they are coming closer and closer to Baba, and we are feeling oneness. Why? Because in river water is there, and when it will become dry after 700 years, again Baba will come. That time this the place will become dry. Then again Baba will come, new generation, they will connect to that God. Baba will come again and again. That's why what is the present, we take the benefit. Fresh food we are getting, then why should we claim, we want the stale food of 15 days back, we'll eat only stale food. We don't want fresh food. Fresh food is hygienic, good for physical body. no expiry date. What we are getting, we can eat and feel happy. Then our sanskaras also it will get burned. Our impressions also it will get burned. Oneness will come, no fighting, no racism, nothing will be there, because we are following Baba and we are coming closer and closer to Baba and will become harmless to the world. And we should become harmless to the world. That's why mostly Baba lovers, they never repeat other silly things, silly talk, all the time, they talk about God, about oneness, about the truth. We pay respect to everybody. We pay respect to Ram, Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, or Zoroaster. Why? Because this is Baba's teaching, and that teaching will take us in oneness. All the weaknesses, it is getting clean. All the weaknesses is getting clean, and that is really the benefit. Baba is giving the vitamins to us. Good vitamins. That's why everything is getting cleaning, and cleaning, and Baba is doing that work. That's why the world will become one, and when the oneness is there, everything will change. Everything will change. And I think so Baba he started that manifestation, towards world, and Baba is doing that, that's why all detachment and this and that, all Baba's work, it is implementing in the world, in worldly life, and Baba taught that, whole life Baba taught that, simple way, if you take Baba's stories and incident, what Baba taught to the Mandli people, we get more understanding. Through Baba's wish, and that, yeah, everything is good to read, but word to word, sentence to sentence, it becomes difficult, But a simple way, when we adopt Baba, and his policy and his Mandli's policy, any question is there, that time Baba, that problem, how Baba was solving, how Baba was working, and it to get that fitting in Baba's stories, work with Mandli, work with his followers, Sahwas program, when he used to go different places, we used to travel, a reporter used to come, they used to ask questions to Baba, Baba used to reply, all these things, if we read that and we get understanding, and we get the solution of every problem and every difficult questions also. But like God speak is there, infinite intelligence is there. We can read that, and then afterwards we never remember that, Then again we have to read, and after sometimes we forget that, because that is inner journey. Outer journey we remember all the outer life of GodMan, and that becomes natural and easy for us to adopt that, and we'll able to adopt. That's why Baba said even in India, many illiterate people, they are following Baba. They don't know anything, any book also of Baba. They don't read the book, but they come to Baba, and they feel the happiness in that. That's why nothing is important. Only God and his day-to-day life of 75 years, what he taught us, if we learn that every day, I think so, everything will get changed, and that is the gist, that 2.5 words of the reality, the truth. We can adopt that, That's why if we have energy, we have capacity, we have money, we can do the selfless service, help the people. If you don't have money, our capacity is not there, we don't have energy, health-wise we are not good, and we remember Baba, take Baba's name, remain at home, should not run, because whole world is doing. That's why we should also run, and we should do that. That is not that Baba's work and Baba's that. Bhauji was with Baba, and in West Bengal, just big drought affected place it became, and all the businessmen and builders and rich people, they started going there, and just they started the helping to the poor people and drought affected people. And Bhauji was just sitting near Baba, and the thought came in Bhauji's mind, all the people, they are helping to the drought affected people, poor people, and that is the real work. And myself, what I am doing, just sitting here in Baba's bedroom and doing nothing, I am the useless person. And Baba was sleeping, and just Baba, he woke up and he said, what you were thinking, what thought came in your mind? And Baba Bhauji told, I am the useless person. Everybody is doing, they are going to the West Bengal and doing the great work, helping to the poor people, giving food, medicines, and all the type help they are doing. And they are doing the really selfless service. But here I am sitting only nothing, doing nothing. When you say only that time I do that. And Baba told him, you feel that people, they are doing the selfless service, that is the most selfish service they are doing, because they entered in that place to help others. And when they help others, it comes in newspaper, and they feel very proud, very happy. People are telling that this guy, he's really the good person. He is helping to the poor people, and for that purpose he came from the far distance, from the different state. But you are doing the selfless service, because you are not doing for any name, any fame, any publicity, or you want God realization, or you want liberation. You don't want anything. Under my instruction, under my order, you are obeying. And what I say, you just sit in one corner. No world comes to see you, what you are doing inside. And you also never bothered, the world should see that, what you are doing inside. What I say, you do. I say, just sit in one corner. You are sitting in one corner. That is the selfless service, because you don't expect anything from me also. You don't want liberation. You don't want God realization. But you are following my obedience. You are following my order. And when you are serving me, you are serving the whole universe, because whole universe is within me. That's why you are doing the real selfless service, and the world, they are doing the work, but the selfish motive is there in that, because their proudness is there, their the name, publicity, all the world they want, Even today also, people, they are helping to the government, but many people, when they give the check, that it comes in newspaper, on television, they feel very happiness. They did the really great job. Some people, the doctors, police department, many workers, social workers, they are doing the good job, difficult, and that is some type of the selfless service. But most of them, they do the selfish service, That's why when we are with God and serving God, we are serving the whole universe. All the time we should remember that, That's why we should not run this worldly life and worldly people. Capacity is there. We can donate something and forget. But if you are not capable, then don't worry. Be happy. Energy is there. We are physical fit to help others. Then we can help others. Otherwise, why to run and do all these activities also? There is no need, We are here with God. What God said, adopt that, follow that, and we'll see, we are serving selflessly to the whole universe. And we feel that feeling should come within us, when we are following Baba, whole world is within Meher Baba, whole universe is within Meher Baba. And that thought should come in our mind, in our heart, all the time, we are serving Baba, means we are serving the whole universe. And that is the selfless service we are doing, physically. Baba never told us, just run here and run there, What is Baba's teaching? We cannot adopt that policy, What world is doing, that is also good. That is not bad. I have never said that is bad. The world is doing according to their sanskaras. Kindness is there, sympathy is there, pity is there. We feel bad about people, they are suffering. And what happens, when we feel bad about them, we get their good sanskaras. And they suffer more, because they're all good sanskaras we get, because the sympathy, kindness, pity on people, and that is really no good. When we help others, we are helping needy person. We are not helping, because of kindness, because of sympathy. All these weaknesses, through that when we help people, that is not help. That is not help. Because who are we to do the kindness to the others, they are needy people, they are poor people. We are helping God all the time. We should feel that we are helping Meher Baba, and Meher Baba is within them. The responsibility goes to the Baba. But if sympathy is there and kindness is there, and when we feel that feeling is there, that is no good. And that feeling, it creates more sanskaras, and we get their good sanskaras. Means we becomes the harmful to them, not harmless, And what we are helping, that is the burden to them. Because when we feel we are helping Meher Baba, then that help goes to the Baba, and Baba's the responsibility it becomes, not our responsibility, but we take the responsibility because sympathy, because our kindness, and that weakness is, it involves us in the worldly life. That's why selfless help becomes very difficult, That's why we should become aloof, whatever possible. Just Prophet Muhammad said, when the one hand helps others, other hand should not know that, But it is impossible for us, And it becomes more difficult, and knowingly we involved with world and worldly life, and then many they become social worker, and they get some award certificates from through government, and then government calls them, then they give the award certificates, they feel very happy. Yes, see, then maybe some positions also they get. People also they feel these people, they are very happy, good people, they are helping others, and then more burdens of sanskaras we get from the people, and then we becomes more proudy. We feels ourselves, yes, we are something great, we are helping to the world, helping to the people, and then unknowingly we involve with the worldly people. That's why help is good, but Baba is helping, not we are helping. But that feeling never comes, God is helping, God is helping. We want our name, all the time. And when people they say something about us, we feel happy. Even we say, no, we are very simple. We don't want our name. No, we don't want publicity. But when people they take our name, they talk about us, we feel happy. Yes, from inside we feel, yes, that is really good. But through word we said, no, that is no good. I don't want my name. I don't want my publicity. But in our mind, everything is there. Everything is there. It gets difficult to get clean everything, That's why we should alert all the time, aloof from the world, help and forget. But it never happens, It never happens. Baba is helping. We never feel that. Like some people, yes. Yes.
That's why Baba says it's the razor's edge. I mean, It is a very thin, narrow path that we have to be so watchful all the time. And today you have delivered another few absolutely spiritual bombs for me. So thank you.
Just in Baba Center in India, some centers they are helping people, just making the food for them, and giving the food, supplying to the food. But the categories came there, just they are supplying food to the different center, but they said only Baba lovers. If non-Baba lover comes, don't give that. Then the division is there. Immediately, the thought comes, a different thought, and division comes. When in the name of God you are helping, then there is no Baba lover, no non-Baba lover. But it is not their fault. They are innocent people. They are doing the work. But the feeling is like that only to help Baba lovers, not to help non-Baba lovers. And that happens, that is the sanskaras, that is the impressions, what we created. And even we feel that, we are doing the God's work, but naturally it happens, and then we make the category Baba lover, non-Baba lover. Immediately it happens that, and nobody's fault, but it is happening like that, Then how to work selfless service? Selfless service, it is impossible. That's why I feel, we should become aloof, not to involve in a worldly life, worldly duties, God's duty, God's life, God's responsibility, and life becomes good. Otherwise, life will become more difficult and more complicated, and unknowingly we'll again involved with the world, step by step, and then people, they become the master, saint, they become the political leader, big leader, and people, they feel happy. They, when they come, people, they give a lot of respect to them, because everybody, they feel, this guy is really good, he will help us. If we are in difficulty, we are in problem, the guy will become helpful to us. And people, they like to come closer and closer to the person. Like God also, when the few people, they are following God, but big majority, they come to the God, because day-to-day difficulties and problems, and they want to solve that problems. Their wants are there, their desires are there. That's why they go to the temple, they go to the church, they go to the mosque. And then the priest class, mullahs, Shankaracharya, sadhus, they tell them, we'll give you the relief, we'll do this for you, we'll pray for you to God. And all this business, they start, because they know these people are innocent and they want something, and this is the good practice if we can do the business. And then they start giving the blessing in the name of God. And they do all these things. What right we have to do all these things? We don't have right. God is there. They have right. Directly they can pray to the God. They also know to pray to the God. Through us, we'll pray for them, and then the God will give blessing to them, and then they will get cure. That is the business starts, then in mind, the new business comes, and then agent, they becomes the master, and all agents are there. And through agents, if we go reach to the God, then it becomes more difficult. We will never able to reach to the God. And all this Sai Baba Sirdi, 50,000 people every day they come. Yes, they come, but how many they come for God? How many they want God? Many they want desires, wants, fulfill their difficulties, fulfill their daily problems, and then they come, to the God. And they want to solve that problem. They don't know what is God, what is the master, Sadguru, or Wali, or Peer, or Saint. They don't care about that, but they know the person, that physical doctor, like they feel that is mental doctor. He will cure our disease, our difficulties, our problems. And that's why people, most of the 99% people, they go for that purpose. Maybe 1% they go to God. They don't want anything, they want to follow God and listen to God. He's obedient. And maybe the 1% people, they do that, but 99% they go for that purpose. Even Meherabad also, many people, they come. They also tell me, why we are following Baba, because it was difficult for my son, daughter to get married. We started coming here. We got the match. My son did not have the job, but when I came to Baba, just every year I am coming, my son got the job. We were in difficulty, poverty, but now our life become very smooth, very good, and now we are becoming rich. Majority, their life is like that. Majority community, their life is like that. They come to the God, but for the worldly gain, materialistic thing, and they are innocent. They don't understand all these things, and they don't want to understand also all the God's business. Difficult for them. But when they are in difficulty, they like to come, and when that problem solves, fulfills, they come close to Baba. Yes, he is God, because he cures everything. And world is like that. That is also not their fault, but sanskaras, an impression, and then it takes long time, to come close to the God, step by step, Baba, he works upon them, and they becomes the detached from that, sanskaras also. But it takes long time, One guy from Haryana, he used to come, he was in army, and just I told him about Baba, and then he became a Baba lover. And then he opened the center in Haryana state in Borakalan. about he made the 300 Baba lovers in that whole state. There is no Baba lover, but he made the Baba lovers. And then he used to come to me for Amar Tithi, and he used to ask all the facilities. I want this facility, I want that facility, and every year he used to take that facility, this difficulty and that difficulty, and he used to say that, and then step by step, many years he came, and then one Amar Tithi came and he said, I gave you a lot of trouble. I used to trouble you all the time, but today I understood, when I come, I bring the people here, I used to take care of them myself, not through you. And just I was putting the burden upon you on the accommodation and about this and about that. And today I understood that, now, no, in future I will never trouble you in anything, and that step by step people, they understand when they come to the Baba. Otherwise people, when they come, they becomes more burden, more difficult. They want this and that, and immediately if we said them, you can do your own when you come here, then they became detached from the Baba. That's why we had to give them time, and time to time, when they becomes one with this field, then they become change. Baba's work starts on them, and they become different, and then they accept their own. Yes, now we have to do our own, not to become burden on others. And many times in Baba centers also it happens, competition. People want to sing, people want to perform this, people want to perform play, and then all the time, same people, they become active. They never give chance to others, But when whoever comes to Baba, we should give chance to everybody. Baba centers also never make the category, VIP people, important people, common people. That entry should not be there. All they are one in Baba, and give the chance to people who wants to come to center, join, sing, talk about the Baba, talk with them. Then they feel comfortable. They feel, yes, these people are good. The oneness is there. And like that, people, they come closer. That's why Baba said we are the movable Baba centers, And Baba has given that responsibility in outer world to us. Inner world, Baba is doing everything. But outer world, what responsibilities he has given to us, we fulfill that. That is only Baba work, nothing else. That Baba work we can do. Small work, whole life he said, just sit in one place, don't do any work. That is the most important work, That is the most important work of Meher Baba. We should not think that, one guy is doing the hard work, we are not doing anything. According to Baba's instruction, according to Baba's order, we are obeying, you are not doing anything, That is also the important work. That is not easy work, like we are remaining at home. Not easy, or 24 hours, isolated, detached from everything, not going anywhere. But we can feel, this is Baba's instruction, not worldly instruction, Baba's work. Baba wanted this, then that goes to the Baba. We get connected to Baba. But when we feel government of India, government of America, they told us, to do this, that, then it becomes worldly life, difficult. When we love our country, we becomes the country lover. When we love our mother, father, we becomes the lover of mother, father. When we become the one with religion, then we becomes the lover of religion. But when we love God, we get relief from everything, and all burden, it get wiped out, it get clean, That's why finally love God. Not love religion or casteism or country, respect country. In what country we are staying, we have to obey their disciplines, and that today we are in particular country, tomorrow we will be in different country, then we have to adopt that policy, obey the rule regulation of that country. But we are not belong to this world. We are just the caretaker. God has sent us on this world. Nothing belongs to us, everything belongs to God. And all the time, this thinking will take us to the God. But when we become the owner, then everything becomes difficult. This country is mine, then it becomes very difficult. Nothing is ours. Everything belongs to God. All countries and world belongs to God. And that much only all the time we think. This is Meher Baba's, That is India. That is part. Yes.
I came onto the chat late this morning, but and maybe you've already talked about this, but with all that's going on in the world between the pandemic and the riots here in the United States, it seems like Baba is really accelerating everything. And I was just wondering if you have any recollections or thoughts on Baba's timetable. Of course, his timetable is only his, but I wonder if you have any comments on that.
God's timetable, God's timetable is totally different, Our timetable is through our mind. God's timetable means knowledge, and all the time he's active, all the time he's conscious. What we feel about God, that is our understanding. But God is always conscious, and God never feels anything about this world and illusory life. 18,000 planets are there, the countless planets, the different species are there, and every moment he looks after that. When he's focus on us, and he sees all the film, past, present, and future film also, and that is big joke and game. Just we see on television all game, and we become united for particular times, and then afterwards we feel that is the film, nothing illusion. That's why God also, he feels that is the illusion. Past, present, and future is present for him. Every moment he is in present. That's why his timetable is all the time active timetable, and according to the divine law he works. But for you and for me, because we are Baba lover, he changed the timetable, he changed the divine law also. He does for us also. He changed the sanskaras also, and he developed sanskaras according to him, what he wants. Like mother, father, they teach child according to them, and most of the child's quality, it becomes like a mother, father. In nature also, it becomes like a family, mother, father. And when we are following Baba, our nature also, it becomes like Meher Baba. Step by step, we get change, and Baba is doing that work. Baba doesn't care about all these things, who is dying and what is happening in the world and worldly life. But who is holding Meher Baba's daman, Baba, he care of them. Because that is Baba's responsibility. Everybody can put the responsibility on Baba. Baba is capable, ready to take the responsibility. But we give the responsibility, and next moment that responsibility we take back, because we worry about that difficulties, and then we never give that responsibility to Baba. If once we give, then we should forget, we should not worry about that, but it never happens. Next moment we said, yes, Baba, we give the responsibility to you, you are responsible, and next moment again the thought comes, yes, this is the difficulty, what to do, how to face that. Then the responsibility comes in return, it comes to us, and we are responsible. Then Baba is not responsible. That's why Baba said, don't worry, be happy. But it is impossible for human being. Maybe a rare person, they do that, but more worldly people, it is impossible for us, because we take the all responsibility upon us, world responsibility also. It is not our responsibility who are suffering and who are keeping in good health, but unnecessary we take the responsibility of all garbage of the world also, and then we suffer more. That's why if we feel that the person needs some help, in the name of Baba, we are capable, we have money, we can help to that guy, but Baba is helping. We are not helping. The responsibility goes on Baba. But it never happens. We feel we are helping, and people then they say, yes, you are really good person, you are nice person, and we feel proud. And then step by step we get used to that, and then we involve with again world, we are taking Baba's name, but action is totally, it becomes different. And that is the difficulty. That's why Baba said, don't involve with worldly activities, worldly life. He never said us to, become the social worker and run after the world and do this work. Many countless people, they are doing that, and they are involving with people. We are involved with Baba. Baba is everything for us, and the whole universe is within Baba. We are serving our master. We are serving the whole entire universe. Not this universe, but all the planets also. Everything is within Baba. And why to worry about anything? That's why to become stone, become the dead body, it is difficult. But step by step, everybody has to become the dead body. Like Baba said, become the football. When the people, they kick the football too hard, football reach to the goal. And that's why when people, they will kick us, we suffer a lot, then we'll reach to the goal of Meher Baba. But people, they will just, talk nicely. They will tell you are really good person and you are doing work for Baba, a lot of work, Baba. Then the proud comes, yes, I'm doing Baba work. I'm like this, I'm like that, and then person becomes very proud, egoistic. Many Baba lovers, it is happening that when they go for talk, they go for speech, their identification is, they make their identification, and then people, they tell, everything. Then people, they start bowing to them, and then they start giving blessing on their head. It is happening, and many places I observe that. I never say anything, but that is the human nature, that's why Baba said, become the student, never become the master. Otherwise, Guru we become, then we will go away from Baba. And it is happening many places, people, they do such type of the thing also. We are sharing our incident, we are talking with each other, all we are same, we are common all the time. That feeling should be there, nobody is greater than just I'm greater than that, and that guy is greater than me. We should not think like that, otherwise we divert in different direction, and it is happening to the many Baba lovers. They are becoming the gurus, and people, they say we have not seen Meher Baba, but in the form of Meher Baba, we are seeing you, we are observing you. And then they say, no, 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 we are the simple people, but they feel happy from inside, yes. And it is happening, it is not a people's fault, but step by step it gets like that, and then we become worldly people, and we involved with the worldly life. That's why we can share our incident, sing Baba song, bhajans, and lead the life of simple, common people. Never become the great, If somebody says, tell them, talk that, no, what Baba said, what Baba's message, all the time, we can quote that, and people will understand that, People will understand. That's why most of the time I tell in centers also, when I give, we should become students. Students, even he sits on the chair and somebody comes and tells the student, just you can sit on floor. Other guy want to sit on chair, give the chair to that guy. Students say they agree because no proud is there, And if we are student, we are ready to do anything, hard work, labor work, any work, If anybody says, just hold this, we'll able to hold. But if we feel we are something great, then we become proud. The guy said like this, that is big insult to me. And like that, Mandli people, they were doing, holding everything, When Bhauji was not trustee, all the trustees used to sit inside and conduct the meeting. Bhauji used to serve the tea with servant to the trustees and chairman. Bhauji used to bring the food. And Bhauji used to sit outside, all the time. The trustees, they need water or something. And when the meeting was there, Bhauji used to sit outside with servant, to help them. And that is the Baba work. What time is it now? It's one last story I will tell. Bhauji was in Satara. And Bhauji just, Baba used to give all the work to the Mandli, any work, hard work, labor work. And the Parsi festival was there. And they prepared faluda. one Sorabji's place, they prepared the faluda. And then when they prepared the faluda, Baba said to Bhauji, go there and bring the pot of faluda. And the Bhauji thought, when I will go there, the two servants, they will hold the big pot, of faluda, and just I will come along with them. I will tell them just, they can hold on their head and bring that. And Bhauji went to the place there, and the people, they put that big heavy pot on Bhauji's head. And they said just Baba told that Bhauji should carry that big pot of faluda, and it was really very difficult. 4 or 5 people, they hold that pot. It was very heavy, and they kept on Bhauji's head. When they kept on Bhauji's head, it was impossible for Bhauji to walk also. But Bhauji started walking on a road, and what happened, there was one Sorabji, and he used to pay respect to Bhauji all the time. And when Bhauji used to walk to the Grafton, every day, same time, he used to come, he used to walk through that road, and he used to say Bhauji Sahibji, because he thought, he's a very respectful person, follower of Meher Baba, and I should pay respect. And Bhauji also made friendship with him, and they became very good friends. And then Bhauji started praying Baba that guy should not come today on road, and he should not see me, otherwise he will feel this guy is the labor employee of Meher Baba's place. He is not the follower of Baba, and he does all this such type of the work. And why should I pay respect and make friendship with this guy? That's why Bhauji was continuously praying to the Baba, the guy should not see this scene. And what happened? Bhauji just started walking, and then Bhauji just turned into the one lane, and the guy came from that lane. And he saw Bhauji, and he said, Sahibji, but he did not ask anything, And he said, Sahibji, and then Bhauji, he took that pot, big heavy pot, and then Eraj, Pendu, and others, they hold that pot and they put down on the floor. And it was very difficult for Bhauji to carry that pot. Then Bhauji went to the Baba, and Baba asked, when you carried that pot, you felt same? And Bhauji said, yes, Baba. Just what happened, one guy in Satara, nobody is my friend, but that guy became my friend, and he used to talk with me. He said, Sahibji, every day to me. I used to, in reply, I used to say, Sahibji, and I was praying to you. The guy should not appear, and he should not see this scene. Otherwise, he will feel the guy is servant, he is not the follower of Meher Baba. And why should I pay the respect and make friendship with this guy? But Baba said, that's why I told the people to keep the pot on your head, because you have a lot of respect and that. And I want to become, just all that shameful things, I want to wipe out all these, things, and that's why I prepared that. And then Baba said, now go to the Sorabji and give this faluda, take in a small pot and just go to him and give to him. And Bhauji went there, and Bhauji gave, and Bhauji told Baba gave this, and then he said, why you took that heavy pot, and you don't have the servant? And Bhauji said, we are the follower, we are the mandli, we are the servant of God, and we are like a slave of God, and whatever work God says, we do that. Then the guy felt very happy, and he did not say anything much, and that is the work of God, to become the slave, become the student of God, and then step by step, our all respect and our proudness and status, position, it will disappear, and then we'll become the follower of God and the real slave of Meher Baba. And time to time, Baba used to do all this act, and what it was against our mind, it used to happen in Baba's place, and then people they used to get, training how to follow God, how to love Him, how to dedicate our life for God, and through this incident, I think so we learn 100%, God's will and God's wish, and that is most important. Jai Baba, you want to ask any questions? Finally. Yes.
Mehernath, thank you so much for talking with us, being with us, and the stories are invaluable. And thank you so much.
Yeah, and through these stories, we'll go close to the God. Jai Baba, Jai Baba, Jai Baba, Jai Baba. Just we'll do perform the prayer, beloved God, and then it is over. Okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Beloved God, okay. Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai.
Baba ki Jai.
Beloved God, help us all to love you,
to love you more,
and still
yet more, to become worthy of union with you,
and help us all,
the whole fast to Baba's Dhamma till the very end.
Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai. Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai. Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai. Ki Jai. Jai Baba. Jai Baba. Next Sunday.
Jai Baba.
Come Jai Baba. Jai Baba. Jai Baba. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
I love
Jai
to.
Baba, everybody. Hi, Jonathan. Jai Baba.
Hey, good to see you. Jai Baba.
Shiva was here. Yeah, there he is.
Shiva,
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba Shiva,
We
Jai
actually
Baba,
see
Jai
him.
Baba.
Jai Baba Shiva.
Jai Baba, Jonathan, Anna,
Jai Baba.
Mary, Pariste, then
Jai
Baba.
Charlie,
Thank you,
Jonathan,
Mehernath.
Shiva, Charlie, Jai Meher Baba, Jai
Good to see
Meher
you
Baba.
all. Jai Baba.
Hey,
Star
Charlie.
Meher Baba,
Jai
ki
Baba.
Jai.
Jonathan, Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
I like all your toys. You had all these toys and a real toy.
Oh yeah, no,
Jai
the
Baba.
grandchildren's room, we have toys all over the place, and so this is where they all have their toys. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.